luck could run out. I've waited a long time for this. Beat 'em up, 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 beat 'em up.
Yo. What's going on? We are finally back in the building. All four of us, for the most part. You know, welcome to KOTV, aka the Kollective Podcast, where we talk about all things anime, gaming, manga, comics, and other.
And I like the other part.
I like the
You
other.
just added that part.
Yeah, we just added that. That's coming for season 4. That's why. I am your host with the most, Buddha, aka Brendan Velza, aka the Real Square. Follow me and all that. And with me, I have 3.5 of my homies, and I say 0.5 because, as you can see, we have somebody coming in with us virtually. First off, we got Zay here.
It's your boy, the Can Man. You feel me?
Here we go.
It's been a while, so let me
he gotta
You
run
feel
it
me?
up.
It's your boy, the Can Man, on Twitch, YouTube. That's DH Can Man. I know you can spell that, cause I know you can, man. Y'all know y'all miss me. How y'all doing, gang?
And that's on period. And next to him, we got my boy Sav.
What it do? It's me. That was crazy.
It's how the very phone operator.
I mean, it was very like, here I am. But no, it has been a while. I cut my hair. I look completely different from like the last episode. It's been like what, a month and a half?
Yes.
A month and a half for us. So a lot of changes with us. And I'm happy to explore all that after we talk about our main topic. But yeah.
Yes.
We are definitely back for season 4.
Absolutely. And then next to him, we got the one and only Senju of the Shy.
No, what? No,
No, that's not the. That's not
Sean
Sean Senju of
It's
the.
like a first and last. It's
Just Sean
literally
Senju.
It's
That was
Sean
the
Senju.
of the Shy.
You gotta
I always wonder what that
coolest
came.
ninja.
Coolest
from the
ninja.
Shy.
Oh,
You gotta add that
okay.
part.
That's my bad. I done fucked up his whole.
Sean, thank you. You just fucked it.
I'm so
all
sorry.
I
up.
always wonder where the Senju, like what does all of that name come from?
Isn't that the
It's,
first?
Senju is Hashirama.
Yeah.
That's his last name.
Mhm.
That's his last name?
Yeah,
Yep.
Hashirama Senju. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, you learn
Wow.
something new every day.
Hey, I do not
I know. I'm sorry.
all the
No
people.
judgment. I'm
Wow.
sorry. You're right.
There are
I'm sorry.
levels.
You are.
There's levels.
You are so correct, and I am.
There's
so
people
sorry.
on my level. That's why I'm here.
You see it. You see it right here. Stop playing with me.
But yeah, Sean Senju,
The
the
coolest,
coolest ninja
in
of the shot. In the shot. All right. And then the 0.5, the virtual man, my man's right here, Louis G. Go ahead, give him a little intro of who you are.
Okay, hi, my name is Luigi. Go by Weege323 on Instagram for my art. California raised, lived in Wisconsin for probably about a good 5 years, and now I reside in Dallas, Texas. Been watching and reading manga for a very, very long time. Say it'll deck the days of Robotech, if you ever know that. You know, so-
You just told your age, just so you know.
Oh my god.
You know,
It's
I-
okay. Representation is
throwback.
real. We love that.
but yeah, I mean, geek for life, you know. So, and I'm happy to be on board, you know. So, yep, thanks for having me.
He's trying to be really, really humble. This man actually,
I
I haven't had the time to like chance to really, really dance with him, but like back in the day, along with this man's father. We all used to be in a dance community together. So he
Oh, you
actually
dance
danced.
too?
Yes, he actually dances.
Okay.
He actually be
He's
dancing.
like, oh
his
my
ass
god.
off.
Also, I dance too.
So I just want to get that little connection there because you know that's mainly the reason why I had him on here is because we have that connection. And then on top of that, he just happens to love anime and love manga and all that, and he's very fucking controversial.
We
I
love
just
that.
have
We love
We
that.
love that.
that's all. I just have opinions.
So yeah, thank you for coming on, bro. I really appreciate you and your opinion with this topic. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Today we are talking about Attack on motherfucking Titan.
Your first favorite anime?
Yeah.
This is your
Honestly,
favorite. This is your
anime?
favorite.
like
This
of,
is Richard's favorite.
I would say of recent. I wouldn't say like in history, but in recent.
Oh yeah, like as far as like the new arcs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Attack on
these
Titan
are-
does it for me. I love stories that are open ended. That's why I like Nier so much.
Mhm.
Like I love open ended stories that just leaves you wondering like what the hell can happen next. Because Attack on Titan, regardless, y'all may know from this last episode back, like what's inevitably about to happen. Inevitably about to happen. I'm speaking so damn fast. So inevitably about to happen. You know that I'm just you're not going to be expecting what's going to happen at the end of this whole thing. So, without further ado, let's talk Attack on Titan. So, I'm going to start with the lore, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to give you guys a real brief synopsis so that like everybody understands what we're talking about when we start getting into the real nitty gritty of it all. So, and I'm going to start from history, like from the way history is telling it, not from Aaron's perspective, because I'm going to start it from where Aaron jumps into all of this.
Okay.
I'll get on the perspective part.
Okay. So from I guess we want to say 2,000 years ago, there was this little girl. We'll just say this. Eldia and Marley have been fighting for a very long time, even prior to the story that we know from Ymir. Like,
Facts.
you know, they've been fighting for a very long time. Ymir was a slave of Eldia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just a regular slave that the Marley came and did what any other person that has power do, try to run through countries. Got her for the most part, and she became a slave to the king of Marley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The king of Marley was an asshole for the most part, like the worst type of king. I don't even know how the fuck he got this name, but yeah.
King the Conqueror.
That's that. Okay, the mindset.
King
Yeah,
the Conqueror?
yeah.
Yeah,
The mindset. The
mindset.
mindset.
Okay.
I can see that. Just very, Genghis
Yeah.
Khan about it, just taking over shit. So, the Marley king was definitely an asshole, even to Ymir. She literally, and this is why I love the story so much. Now, when I read it in the manga, I didn't understand why he made that part so simple. But now that in hindsight, now I understand. But Ymir was just walking through the goddamn forest, literally seen a tree. No, I'm sorry. No, that's
Yeah.
absolutely very wrong.
you
So sorry.
skipped.
She got accused for
Letting the pigs go.
letting the pigs go. That's what it was.
Or
And
sheep, or was it
by
one of them?
by everybody in pretty much in Eldia pretty much blamed it on her.
Yeah.
She was pretty much shot down by arrows as she was running.
No, they was hunting games. I know y'all.
Yeah.
I know y'all seen like that movie like Hunt, where like humans set a bunch of people free and they go
And they go hunting.
That's what they did her.
So that's exactly
And
what
then
happened.
that's how she stumbled up.
So
on the tree.
she stumbled on this big ass tree. Now, mind you, the tree just popped up. So that's another part of the story that we need to figure out, like where this tree came from, just like we need to figure out where the symbiote came from.
Yes,
Because she
indeed.
literally fell into the tree where there was like this, I want to say, underground lake. No, not like just a pond. Let's say a pond under the tree. She fell in, and at that point, she could have drowned, but the symbiote attached to her, and there go, ergo, the first Titan,
found it.
the founding.
Founder.
Right. I was like, what happened to her being like so loyal at first? I thought she was like really loyal.
Okay,
So okay, I want to explain that kind of after the story, because I actually have something about that in which correlates Ymir to Mikasa and why they link, but and why she was. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll answer that. I'll answer that. But so yeah, the founding Titan was then created at that point. She was used for war under the King Marley, who she still loved and adored through all of that. She felt like Ymir felt useful to him. So that and in that space, there's so much I want to talk about with that, because there's so much with the symbiote that I feel like even correlates to the acronyms.
Yeah.
Like there's even so much even with that, because they haven't explained that correlation, but I know that there's a correlation even with that. But she was very loyal before she had the Titan and after she had the Titan, or the Titan power. She then also protected the king by an arrow. Somebody basically was trying to kill the king, and she protected him with the arrow. And she died pretty much, and he still at the same time showed her no real loyalty or anything like that. He did. She was easily discarded.
Like, come on.
Well,
he
she
made
wasn't
it.
really discarded. She was 8.
Yeah, he
Sure,
made his.
but yeah,
I mean,
but
she was
technically, but even in that space, he didn't try to save her or anything
Yeah,
like
he
that.
made
He
his
just
kids eater.
he let.
Well,
he made
to
a
be
kid.
fair, he wasn't finna save himself because he was right finna sit there and get punctured. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie.
I think you
He
know
knew somebody was gonna
I-
save him.
that's
He's the
exactly
king.
what I was gonna
like
say.
somebody was gonna jump in.
Somebody was going to
And he
jump
knew
in.
her undying loyalty. Like,
Mhm.
why you think she was always right there, like a lap dog?
I really think if you're as
Obsessed, loyal. What
evil,
word?
as far as the king.
Oh,
if
I
you're
thought you
as
meant her.
evil
Okay.
as you are as the king, you would definitely take advantage of something like that. And even in the space of knowing that
He
this
already did take advantage of it when he had kids with her and everything. He
this what I'm saying.
prior
used
to that,
her.
I think that he knew prior to the
This is what
him
I'm
even
saying.
having that.
So, like, yeah, he was an evil king, but like, if you pay attention, they kind of consider him to be an idiot, like for his decisions and how he handled it. So,
but they always still backed him. Like he's been an idiot.
That's because his subjects was loyal. Him as a leader was stupid. From what I've seen and how the anime and like picture it for me, like because like yeah, when before she even jumped in, when he threw the spear, he was just sitting there like he didn't even see it.
I think it was just his cockiness. I get what you're.
It
I get
wasn't
that.
just
I
his
get where- I
cockiness.
get that.
He
but I think it was his
knew that
cockiness.
she would jump in front of. Like, he knew that
If
she would.
nobody else,
It's
no
like
matter
an
what- even if
undying
what
like
you said-
sacrifice that she would go through.
Even
where
if what you said was true, Ymir herself was definitely going to jump in just on her loyalty alone. Like even if nobody else had an undying loyalty to him, she was going to do that.
If you want to equate it to something, if you want to equate it to something, if they were walking down the street, she would walk on the outside every time.
Absolutely. Oh,
Every
wow.
fucking time.
Oh, that's a very good.
Every time.
That's
just
facts.
in case.
That's facts. That's facts because that's her personality type shit. She
So
would-
you know,
so I think
and
it
he
could
knew
be-
that.
he
He knew
let
that.
her, and
It
he
could
let
be.
her.
Yeah,
but if it's
it could be.
if it's at a point of a person's like taking advantage of somebody, and we all know that Ymir, we all know how Ymir is. I would take advantage of her even further than I have with anybody else.
He did. He had kids
exactly,
with her.
exactly. So I'm saying,
Like-
you guys saying that it just stops at some point. No, he gonna keep on
He's
using
gonna
her,
keep doing
and
that.
he gonna
I
evolve
agree.
it.
But
Oh wait,
I don't
wait.
think
So
he
that
wanted her to
technically
die,
is
though.
the classic relationship
Look.
between a narcissist and an empath.
And empath.
There you go.
We
I
talked
mean,
about this. We talked about
Yes, hey, that's facts
definitely.
though. That's facts though. But like,
Right there.
Say
like
that,
if
though.
you look, if you
Hello.
you know how like they like I know how when they animated they made him look like they made everybody in the flashback look the same, like with the same facial expression.
Yeah, like
But-
just the outside. Yeah.
But when she died, he was shocked. Like you could see it on his face, like he didn't want her to get hit by that, because like that's his biggest pawn.
I beg to differ. Not
I
he
didn't-
didn't want her to get hit like that. He did that and was shocked because he probably thought she would still live through all that.
Yeah.
He was shocked that
He-
his
he-
favorite
he put her-
pawn, his pedestal,
I was
his
just about to say
one-handed
that.
quitter,
Strength,
his
his
one-handed
wall,
quitter, his army,
his bottom
is now
bitch.
gone.
It's gone.
Why do you think he said, "Hey, all y'all, come over here. You better eat this shit
Or even
right
before
now."
that, even before that, wait, even before that, when she was dying, when she actually took the arrow, he had even made a comment to say like that shouldn't be enough to
To
keep
kill you,
to kill
yes.
you.
But
Like
I got a
yes.
question. Why didn't she heal though?
Maybe that was her. Maybe it was her time. Maybe she saw the future too
Nah.
and knew that Aaron would come about.
No, but look,
maybe you got to think about this too.
If we're
I
doing
think
the
that
parallel- if we're
symbiote,
doing
I
the
think that the
time loop-
symbiote also needed a chance to evolve, and maybe
It
at that
wasn't as
point it
strong.
wasn't as strong to
Yeah,
do
that
that.
makes
The symbiote probably it's the first.
It's
You
the
know,
first.
and then,
I
and
would expect
What-
her to be able to heal though, because it's not like it hit
we don't
her in
even
her-
know.
But if it hasn't
At
been
that point, we don't
said,
even
If
know
that's
what
the
it
case-
is.
if it hasn't
Wait,
been
wait,
said,
wait. If that's the case, as soon as she would have got hit, she should have transformed then.
Nah, because
Maybe
But if
she
it hasn't
didn't
been
because
said-
there were
as
too
a,
many
like
people.
you
almost
guys-
an allergic reaction.
Maybe
almost.
remember
I
when
could see
Aaron
that.
But
remember
what
when
about- what
Aaron
about
did
when
just
Arn-
the hand to cover up everybody, and that's when they discovered his power. When he only used the hand when they were in the beginning,
Mhm.
when they lined up his friends. They was like, "All right, either you transform, we finna shoot y'all ass." And what he do at the last minute? What he came out with a hand or something like that.
Oh, he just did his torso.
It was just a torso.
Yeah, it
he
was
didn't
just
know
a
how
torso
to
'cause
control
he didn't
that
know how to
shit.
Right.
control
So
it.
you know what I'm
how to
saying?
control that
Like,
shit.
wouldn't she have had that type of same
I
reaction?
think
as
not.
well?
I think
But if it's a
Arn
regenerative
it's
power,
literally fresh.
there must be some type of timeout process. If she keeps on like regenerating, if she keeps on being able to like get herself
Oh,
together.
but then again, if you think about it, she did have kids. So maybe they already had some of it in him, and his sadistic way of thinking of her getting ate
It
by the
spread
kids.
out her
It was
powers.
already in them because she had them. Maybe
Yeah.
that was the case, but he did it sadistically and said,
That's what I'm saying. Some type
Well,
of
no,
timeout.
well,
Eater
what
just
we're
in
talking
case.
about, but what we're talking about is just the reaction that she should have had when she got hit by the arrow. She hadn't had the. Well,
We could look at it like this: Armin got shot like 5 times
in the face
in
too.
the face, and
but
he
again,
didn't change.
I really genuinely think it was just the symbiote was nowhere near at the evolution process
I
that
can
it is
accept
now.
that. I could accept
because
that.
because like we didn't even know what the paths were back then. Like if you think about it, created the paths.
Yeah.
So like there weren't paths or anything like that back then. She
Or
was the
did
only one.
Symbiote
How do
create
we
the
know
path?
she
I think
created the paths afterwards and not while she had the kids though?
Because because we don't see her having access to it until after she passes.
I believe that path is
She
the
don't-
symbiote.
We've never
think
seen
so,
her
too.
use all of them.
I believe
you know
the
what I'm saying?
path is the symbiote. Like the only way to explain how the path like came about is the symbiote, because don't no other Titan able to use the path or connect to it except the Found Titan. Aaron
which
could,
was an Eldian,
and
and
Aaron-
all Eldians
Aaron
are.
wasn't able to connect to it until he touched.
He kissed Historia,
right.
which was an Eldian.
Yeah.
Right, but you're forgetting
Well, the
also
true
you're
Eldian.
forgetting like the rule of what like R-nod, the reproductive nodule. You know what I'm saying? Just same thing with viruses and disease. You know what I'm saying?
like,
Well,
when they do that, right? That's the same way that you know what I'm saying. They have all of those Titans who can't transform at will. You know what I'm saying? Because they all reproduce and reproduce. You have to have that one certain gene. So who's to say that there's
talking about-
9 kids or however many kids she
I'm
had?
talking about specifically the nine Titans. No other Titan had any flashbacks of the path except the Attack Titan, who was finna be the Founding Titan.
True.
And even with that, the people from the 9 Titans only get the memories of the people that had the past Titan prior to them. They don't have the only person that could connect like that is the Founding Titan.
Louis,
Aaron had the
Louis,
attack
we want to
in.
hear about like what you feel about this as well.
So
Like,
far,
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much agreeing with Buddha. Like, we don't know where this is going. She's the first founder, so I don't know. It's just really weird in the sense that it's all happening all at the end. That we're finding that this is coming to play.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just on for the ride. Like I said, I was gonna read ahead in the manga because I wasn't gonna wait another year, but I'm at that point where you guys are in the anime. So
Especially 2023. Come on now, like that's a little.
Yeah.
excessive. Even I
Because-
love Attack on Titan, but 2023.
They do
it was supposed to be over, but you had told me like, or you posted something where like, we're not getting another movie, we're getting a whole nother season.
I was. We'll talk about that after the fact. Well, let me finish out the story.
Attack
So
on final season.
so-
Attack on Titan, the final season. Got him.
right.
Mhm.
So
Final season.
So in the death of Ymir that happened, of course, her body was then ate by her 3 daughters, Cena, Maria, and Rose.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah. Which then pretty much, if we want to fast forward into it, the kind of reproduction of Titans happened from there. You know, it just kind of multiplied out from there, and story just kind of went, and history just kind of went as well.
Everyone had the Titan gene. In them.
The Titan gene, yes. Now
How
you
did they all get it though? Was it because of Ymir?
yeah.
So is it
The
because all of
symbiote
the
symbiote that was infused in Ymir, not necessarily Ymir herself,
But,
because obviously
She didn't have it.
she didn't have it until the symbiote attached to her. But the symbiote that was in Ymir, that power of the symbiote is what's producing all of these Titans.
did it come gradually after time, or are you just
Nah.
saying automatically as soon
No,
as she
as
got the
soon-
symbiote, everybody that was a slave like her in a sense?
No.
No,
No,
They all
all
had-
of her
No,
descendants.
all of her
Right, right,
descendants.
right.
All of her
Gotcha.
descendants.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
So everybody after that war with the king, before they went over to Paradise Island, all her kids.
Paradise.
Shut up. All her kids.
I'm a stickler for that. Y'all forgot that shit.
all her kids that like ate her body and her seed got the Titan gene. Like
I
all her
just
descendants.
we don't definitively know that's how it was passed on.
That's
That's
how
all
they
I'm
said
saying.
it. That's
what
literally
it
how
said
they
in
said
the
it.
in the manga.
That's usually how it
That you have
happens.
to eat.
When you eat The other
at the time, so that's why I wanted to.
Because if we're gonna go into the evolution process of it, like explain that, you know what I'm saying?
That's BC right there. You feel me?
Right, BC.
2,000 years ago, like in that.
That's like, hey, which part of mom do you want? The top half or the bottom? Like,
oh my god. Ew.
Everybody in the world was not like that because everybody did not have that experience. It was just like part of the alien race that they had the Titan gene in them. Now going into where I guess the history of where Aaron stands, Titans. I keep calling. I say Attack on Titan.
Like, you gotta say it every time.
But the Titans then are produced in different ways, i.e., the serum from the
spinal fluid. Why you reach for your arm for spinal fluid?
Could they be? Well.
Oh yeah.
Or the serum from the wine that we also know that Zeke planted.
Spinal fluid.
That was also spinal fluid. But the spinal fluid.
It all comes from the spine.
It really does all come from spine. Just say spinal fluid. That's why you got to kill them in the name.
But that I'm just to make is that the spinal fluid all comes from that symbiote because of the way that it's shaped and everything.
Because it attached to her spine.
Yeah, which was attached to her spine. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just wondering at this point. I'm just wondering if her kids ate her like that one girl with the gap that be eating fish and everything else. Did you ever see that on Facebook? You see, you know what I'm saying? Like, did they just chow down? Like, what was it?
Yeah, that's funny.
It was, I seen them. I mean, I seen it, but it's just like, like they were kind of like the father was in the back, like blank face, like you better eat that shit. Like,
he told her ass to eat it. Shit, he's like,
I don't want to eat, mom. Like, what the
fuck? It's war.
Like when you watch Attack on Titan, you see like when any of the 9 Titans eat, or a Titan eat one of the 9 Titans, they have it's. I would rather be a Titan doing that than like
getting ate.
No, eating another. Like if I had to eat the 9 Titan, I would rather eat them as a Titan than a human. Yeah, it's just like as you're a Titan, you're not saying eating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
what you mean?
He's trying to.
Them other Titans ain't sane.
He's trying to say like in a way where
sane.
You're trying to gain the concept.
Just like how, just like Falco was crazy until he ate his brother. You know what I'm saying? And then he had conscience.
But you have to get the concept of eating another human person as a human.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke made him eat whatchamacallit. I don't remember see that part. I mean, I remember him going to eat him.
I mean,
oh wait, did he say Zeke eat him? Oh, he did. He did. He was like, that's fucked up. He was like, now eat your brother. I remember that part.
The thing is, like I was just saying before, if you can, like what Buddha was saying, it's harder to gain that type of mindset where you're like, I'm a human being a cannibalist. Like,
well, no, I mean,
crossing that boundary is
the first transformation is because even Aaron didn't remember his transformation to eating his dad.
I mean, yeah, it's traumatizing.
Well, we're gonna go because I actually have something to that as well.
Okay.
That's the whole conversation.
I feel like Attack on Titan. I feel like Attack on Titan has a really good way of having a good human psyche on what would actually happen if you are a human being going through the shit. Also, with the same twist of just being an anime.
They did that in an experiment before. This was literally an experiment.
Every time we sit here and talk about Attack on Titan, and it's me and him and talking to like y'all, I'll be just sitting here remembering that meme, like when you watch the manga and everybody else psyched over the anime.
That's how I feel like this anime is crazy. It's crazy. It fucks your mind.
Like the anime now still leaves. It's
it's euphoric.
One story is literally
euphoric.
One story that I would really still be like, okay, I don't care if I read the manga or not.
I will watch this.
You have no choice but to put
you
yourself in their shoes.
animation.
You have no choice but to put yourself in these people's shoes.
Like the emotion to me was already in the story, but they evoke it so well in Attack on Titan. But so now, moving on to the story.
Before we do though, I just want to say one thing though. When it did come back out, the Aaron fuck them kids memes were fucking hilarious.
Bro,
that shit,
yeah,
was hilarious.
As we know, it don't stop.
He's still saying fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck everybody. I'm about to say
everybody
fuck
right now.
indiscriminate.
But okay, so
Buddha, your mic is a little low.
as we all know,
What'd you say?
Your mic is a little low.
Mine.
Yeah, I can hardly hear you.
I'm gonna say you all up on the mic, so you like.
There we go.
There you go. That's better.
I did that the last time. So let me just hold it.
He's
So
always turning his mic off, man.
all right. So now we go into the story with Aaron. Yeah, why not? I feel very prestigious this way.
Here we go.
Monetize.
No,
Monetize
so
yourself.
yeah, now we're going into the story of Aaron. So I'm going to do this as as sectionally in history as possible.
Nah.
Right, because it's so confusing when you're dealing with Aaron and this fucking story of everything. Like,
Yeah.
not the way that it was told, but what the way history has it.
Yeah, I'll let you explain.
He's not my favorite person right now. I'm just gonna
So
say that.
he's not.
my favorite.
That's good.
He's definitely my
The-
favorite.
and to that, I'm glad that you said that because the author did say that was the whole point of why he was making this story. He said he's happy that people are not happy about
I'm not
genocide.
happy about it. I'm just not
Like,
okay
you got to
with
be
it.
crazy, regardless if you're on the side of Aaron. You got to be crazy
Yeah,
to
you
think
gotta
that
be
genocide
crazy
is the
No,
right way.
it's never the answer.
And then even looking at the last episode and seeing them stare at those, I was like, dog, it couldn't have been me. I don't know what I would have did. I'd have died. I'd have had them shoot me.
Hey, do y'all be seeing that? Do y'all be
Shoot me.
seeing?
Like watching these Titans just like, and they coming
First and foremost,
through.
while they're coming through and coming up out the water, I'm diving in and getting up out of there. Okay,
How?
they're
You're not-
walking.
Bro, you're
No,
going to
bro.
bubble
They're about
up
to say
like
they're gonna
you're gonna
step on
cook
you.
like chicken
They're
in
gonna
that
look
water.
at
They
your
over
ass.
there, if they over there, I'm going all the way to the end where they not walking at. And
You're
then
not understanding.
not.
They not showing it, but these Titans are literally doing this.
I mean, I know the heat from whatchamacallit.
No, there's Titans.
They expanding
are-
over the world like
There's
this.
like literally, if this is paradise and the walls fail, the Titans are
Hey,
literally.
see, look, this the Earth
Spreading out almost
Hey,
like a search
ugh.
circle.
all
there's
around the
nowhere
Earth,
that you
my
can-
boy.
There's like waves. You're not gonna be able to like swim through waves.
Did you
You can't do
even
that
see
shit.
what they did, bro? Like when they
they
was fighting
landed.
the ships, bro. When the ships started fighting them in the water.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I seen
Did
that
you
part.
see all of that steam?
Steam.
Yeah, it blew them
That's
all away.
steam.
Just
Yeah,
steam alone,
hot
yeah.
water on your ass. Like I
Hot
can't
water
do
on your
that.
ass.
That water,
Bro,
that's volcanic
You are going to
water
cook
right
like
there.
a chicken. up in that
Absolutely
motherfucker.
not.
That is volcanic
It's a no.
water.
But, okay,
It's
so-
fucked up.
Because I knew because you were saying all that shit. You put
Yeah.
the mic down. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, so we go into the story. Okay, finally the story of Aaron. Aaron's story starts from birth as a normal boy.
No.
You really gonna stick with that? Wow,
No.
you really gonna
Yeah.
stick with that? Okay, I'm gonna.
So what? You're insinuating that Aaron himself went back and was like, "You see that bitch right there? Fuck her."
Bro, I feel like that all was set up, bro. Like Aaron, this was fate, bro. This whole situation with Aaron and how it came about, it was supposed to happen. Aaron did all of this himself from the very beginning.
But when did it start? Then let me
When-
know
As
when
a
did it
child?
start.
You got to think about it. What is the path? They said the path is the past, the present, and the future in one instant.
So do you think so? Okay, if you think about it like that, do you think that he even accessed the path at the moment that he kissed his sword's hand?
No, I think
Like when did he
Nah.
access the path?
that's when
I would
Especially,
think- I would think that-
especially if he didn't, because you got to remember he did not have the attack
Yeah,
titan
no. This
when
that-
he was
look,
born.
This is why I'm saying that he's still an Eldian, right? He's still an Eldian, right? So
Okay,
the
okay,
path
okay.
started when Ymir connected with the symbiote. All right,
And he's still a descendant,
Yes.
regardless.
and
Okay,
that happens in the future.
that's a small fucking crack.
But they literally said it when they first explained the path in the manga and in the anime. It is the present, the future, and the past
All
all
in
at
one.
one instant, bro.
Yeah,
So either way, as soon as she connected to the path when she got the symbiote, she already knew it was finna happen in the future, and she knew that there was no way for her to change it in that instant to get it to how she wanted. So she already know about Aaron because she can see that. She can see what's finna happen in the future. And Aaron, when he kissed when Aaron kissed her hand, that's when he got the information on what he was supposed to do.
and
That's when he knew.
I mean,
that
I understand
was
that.
already supposed. That's when he like it's more so like I don't want to. Okay, we didn't get to that little part yet when he woke up. All right, so let me backtrack. So, like I was saying, when she got it all got connected, right?
Okay.
All right. So Aaron knew about it already. He his brain, like
He knew about her when he kissed Historia.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like when he cause when he ate his dad and shit like that, like he got some of his memories, but they was locked away. If you get what I'm saying.
If that's the case, I don't think
That does
And
make
they-
sense
and then
because
they opened
again,
it up
I got one thing. Wait, so wait, when did he get the founder though?
he technically
Got
got
the
the founding
founder.
titan when he ate his dad.
Yeah.
So in that case, then I beg to differ. I think that when he initially connected with Ymir was when he punched his daddy ex-wife, and that's when everything became clear. And he just didn't believe it. And then once he kissed Astoria, that's when he started to put
You
everything
talking
together
about
and
Dina?
change. Yes.
yes,
She was-
yes,
because she was
was
an
a royalty.
LD.
Yes.
she was a royalty.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
That's
saying,
the same, and that's whatchamacallit. That's
Not
whatchamacallit.
Eureka.
That's
Yeah.
Zeke Mama. That's Zeke Mama.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
that's
that's why I'm
true.
saying.
That's
That's
true.
why I'm saying. Aaron knew all along. It's just when he came in contact
It
with
was the
these
way.
royals,
Yeah,
it unlocked the memory.
it was
So he
unlocking in
knew-
different
he
ways.
knew
Right.
what
So the
he knew
first
what he
time was
supposed
with
to do.
Dina.
He
I
wasn't even
mean, whatever her
born
name
yet.
was.
That's so crazy. And that also makes sense on why. And remember that scene when they were diving off killing the people off
off
the dam? Yeah.
And he said protect Gabby and whatchamacallit.
No, he said protect Mikasa and Armin, but
Yeah,
he didn't mention
Mikasa and
Aaron.
Exactly.
But he didn't mention Aaron. And I
Because
always
he
thought about
was
that.
Aaron is always the attack titan.
Mhm.
Aaron is always the attack titan. So he in his head.
I think
Aaron.
I think he not necessarily Aaron. I think that he had
the memories
of
or
the
the
attack titan.
implantation.
But we didn't know it was
No,
going to be
not
Aaron.
only that,
because,
not only that. Because he has that, he can go to wherever the attack titan is. That's why he went to his daddy
Nah.
and influenced his daddy.
Aaron was
That's
in his
why he
ear
went
like,
back to dude and influenced him and told him
Aaron
to tell
was in his
him.
ear like,
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
nigga the
saying.
titan,
So
nigga.
any attack titan,
He definitely
got the founding, any titan he wanted to, he could go back and influence them as well, not just the attack titan if that's the case.
That's why I'm saying the paths. They told you as soon as they said the path was the
Once
future,
he
the
gets
present,
all of
and the
them,
past, bro.
yeah.
Like it's already set in stone. This
Wow.
is supposed to happen. Aaron is God. Like
It's
Wow.
I said.
inevitable. That
Aaron
is
is
Wow.
God.
That is a
Wow.
that's
At
a
this
time
point,
loop
at
And
this
paradox.
now that
point,
makes-
at this point, it seems like he's omnipresent.
Yes.
that
He's
is a God.
bro.
He's God.
He's God.
So he was just waiting for the.
God
And
until
to make Google strikes again. Finally,
I'll give it to you. I'll give you that. You help me understand that now
Which
because I didn't. It was
hence,
very much a
which in hence would also go to the episode where him and Zeke were talking during the shackle exchange, right? And he was just sitting there all calm and shit like that. And Zeke had to work hard for that shit, right? Zeke
Aaron
had to work
knew.
hard to get up. He was like, yeah, she built me, she'll rebuild you too. Aaron's like, yeah, she's already doing it right now, nigga. Just
Yeah.
keep talking, nigga. I'm entertaining your ass while you do this shit. So he's now doing all that, like da 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 da.
So that
And-
just makes
and
sense.
for-
Like he had
He looked
had
at it and was
powers.
like, nigga, you really in the one in change where you thought you got free. I let you think that. Until you think it, nigga, you
I got
won't come
a
out of
even
question.
in that-
I got a question. So when it comes to a point where Aaron basically knows he's a shit. What was a moment where he knew? I mean, for lack of better words, what was a moment where he knew all this shit was about to come to pass, future, present? What was the moment where he
during the
already
times
knew?
he
Zeke-
touched the royals.
No, Zeke, because
Nah.
this is why everything that y'all were saying is true, and that's what I was going to comment towards what you were saying. But everything that y'all are saying is true. He has had access to the founding Titans' memories. He didn't have access to the founding Titans' powers.
Mhm.
That was the whole
Yes,
reason why
yes.
he went through that whole bullshit with Zeke in the first place
You're wrong.
to get it.
Wrong.
How come?
he-
if
no,
that's
you're
the case,
wrong.
if
Let
that's
me
the
say it. Let me
Okay,
say
go
this.
ahead.
So
What have they been saying since part 2 came out?
I don't know. Just go ahead. Tell
I
me.
think I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Has Aaron always been like this? Maybe this has just been Aaron.
No,
I
that's
think
not
so.
that's not the point I'm
why
making.
I think so.
His question was, when did Aaron?
Where
think-
did it snap? Where did it
snap
point
that
where
he
it
thought he
snapped?
was the shit?
Yes.
That's
Oh, that-
always-
okay,
that
okay, I
always
heard it
been
different.
him.
During the time,
That's always
When
been
he
him.
killed
That he
nigga
has said
for
that.
Mikasa,
Yeah.
when he killed that
Yeah.
nigga for Mikasa, that was him coming into his understanding of his role.
That was
When
the
he-
moment.
Yes, when
He just didn't have the tools
He
and
just
the
didn't have the
memories
tools.
he
and,
wasn't
and
strong
everything.
enough.
He wasn't
to
strong enough
either,
to,
you know
to
what
do
I'm saying?
anything.
That's why he always wanted to be a scout.
Always had that mentality, and then when
He
it
did
unlocked
things-
after he ate his pops, that's when he.
It's just started growing from
I
there.
felt like
Feel me?
my moment for me was when he knew that he ate his dad.
I think what he's getting at is like when did the snap from the season that it ended into the fourth? You know what I'm saying? You know how like when did he snap to actually go undercover and do all of this with all of them? You know what I'm saying? And investigate, do all this.
To even have
after
that
seeing
type
all of
of.
this
I
shit,
think
They showed that.
I
in the
think
last two
there was
episodes.
a last episode, and that's I think that's the reason why they showed it as the last episode. It was when like he always knew that he always had a role, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And even in
He never knew what it was.
even
But
with
he knew it was
Aaron's,
important.
he knew it was important, and he kind of knew what it was. He didn't want to believe it. I think that the point that he snapped was when he was actually seeing it in as time was progressing in real life. When he saw them pretty much calling Paradise the devils, like really about to attack, and that's when he left and switched, poked his eye out, cut his leg off. Like he had that willpower at that moment to be like, okay, I gotta go through with everything I've already been seeing.
he has to see
Yeah.
he had to
You
see
gotta
it
see
through.
it through.
Like what he was doing the first seasons was figuring out
If
trying
he
to
could
figure out
change it.
Yeah, figure out if he could do it.
Oh
in
my
every
God, that's so fucked up.
Like
Now that you think about that, and now that you
That's
really,
what I want to
that's
think about.
so
It's like,
fucked
where was
up.
the moment where you even wanted to do
holding
this shit?
in to have this
Oh,
conversation with you, bro.
But this is why I love storytelling, because it's now I have a whole other shift on how I think about Aaron, because it's like and now that I'm thinking about that, watching the first and second season, like he's coming into his own and coming into
Like
the Attack Titan and what they are, and
Aaron is God,
but
bro.
he was trying to change it this whole time, and when he really it was like you said. Well, to answer your question again, when he realized that this shit, regardless of what I have now and what I'm able to do, these people are gonna still feel the same way they've been feeling.
As long as
all
I
this
follow the
time.
script, everything gonna go.
He was trying to
away.
change the script from season
Well,
1 and 2.
Yeah, he was trying to.
Season 1 and 2, he was, but then he got to a point where he tried to follow it.
He had to.
He
yeah.
had to.
He had
was
no choice.
He understood at that
And that's
moment.
why I was
you
confused.
can't
I was just
break
like, oh my
out of
God.
your fate.
Yeah.
Like he already knew you can't break out of your fate.
Oh, I feel so sad.
And
He probably
then
didn't. Oh,
he got 3
in
years
the
to live
end.
anyway.
Now they want to do a little secret now. Wow.
Not kicking it on a podcast. We don't usually keep
You
it on the
remember this
podcast.
part?
We don't even know what the fuck they're saying right now.
That's
This is
fine.
like
Oh, man.
We're gonna have. Where's that button? Yeah.
Oh
No sidebars.
Yeah.
No sidebars.
I'm sad.
Write it in a
Yeah.
text message and
Exactly.
send
I'm
it to
sad.
him.
Say that later.
Write it in a text
I'm
message
sorry.
and
I'm
send it to him.
sad. That's sad.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Damn.
I guess we'll be sad
Damn,
later.
Aaron. Damn.
Oh yeah, this
Damn.
part 3. Best believe you shedding tears, gang.
Yeah, for real.
Best believe you shedding tears all season.
Rich is
Damn.
actually crying. This
You
is
probably
crazy.
cry every episode.
Y'all don't understand. I love storytelling and the way that
Hey,
they are going to portray Mikasa and Aaron's like love
No,
story,
I'm
because it's a love-hate story. Like
yeah.
the same way 2B and IS story is a love-hate story, is literally Aaron and Mikasa. Like it's a like she had
Spoilers.
Man,
Right
man.
before you keep going.
How much more you want to say
Spoilers.
before you even spoil something? Like,
I mean, they've already basically
More- it's-
spoiled it.
I would-
oh my God.
I would
Where I'm now looking.
I would
forward
just say
to
this.
some love
I would just say
triangle
this.
type
This
shit with
isn't a
Mikasa
spoil, but what made me
and Aaron.
sad, what made me
And
this is
Astoria at this point.
this
'cause I
isn't-
know she's knocked up with Aaron's kids.
well, we don't even know what's going to happen with. That's the other thing too.
You know?
So, but the point. This is not a spoiler. I'm gonna just tell you really what made me sad about it. It's like it's just sad to know that Aaron knows because of what he knows.
No.
Yeah, just don't say
It's not a
it.
spoil.
Yes, it is. You are.
Oh, it is.
you
It
got,
is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like
you
you
got
It
somebody
is.
else saying, you're like, no.
It is. It is. I
No,
forgot.
don't say it. So
I
it's
forgot. It
we
is.
can't
It
go any
is.
further.
Coming
It
from
is.
the
You
spoiler
say commentary.
himself.
What
It
has
is.
happened?
Yeah,
Sorry.
from the spoiler himself. I already knew.
All
you
right,
was
so-
gonna
Thank you.
So real quick, so as we all know, Aaron has turned from the main protagonist to the
the
antagonist.
best antagonist
And-
in
and-
anime.
I mean, honestly, really good villain.
in anime,
Really,
bro.
I don't
I would
like,
have to
I like
say-
not to like him.
I
right
would
now.
have to say now that I know what I know about Aaron from that, definitely even
That's why I like
by
him so much.
2023 he's going to be the best. He is like that's
He already is.
that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal the way that they wrote
And
that
when
man.
I found this out reading it, so that's why like this is what I've been trying to tell you the whole time. Like we've been having this little back and forth where I'm like, nah, Aaron always been
That was
like
such a sneak.
this
why
is
they
what I've
did
been
that.
trying to tell you.
That's such a sneak. That's such a sneak. But okay, so
Aaron is God.
Aaron has learned as because I'm not sure everybody, a lot of people that have not seen this are wondering what the hell we're talking about. But
Aaron is God.
Aaron
That's
has
what we're talking
turned from the main protagonist to the antagonist,
Yeah.
based off of memories that he has been shown through the powers of the Founding Titan and memories of other titans that he has had as well, i.e. his father with the Attack Titan and the main titan, honestly, because it goes through the past and it goes through time. It's not just a, they tried to dress up the Attack Titan as like the attack, but it's really based off the Attack Titan main power is based off of time, and that's why he was able to do. That's so crazy. I'm still thinking about that scene over the
time,
dam.
like time
Still
to
thinking about that
live,
shit.
time what?
Just
Based off of time what?
just based off of all of the Attack Titans that have come from 2,000 years. If what you're saying about Aaron is true, he has had access.
He's the one for all of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's that blew my mind. I didn't necessarily. I thought about it like that, but I didn't think it was in such a span.
Yeah.
And now that episode where he
No,
was
but you
talking
said
to
it
his
right.
dad,
Yeah.
it's a lot more pivotal because it now opens up in my head like that wasn't the first time you actually did that shit, Aaron. That wasn't
No,
the
it
first
wasn't.
time.
It wasn't.
wasn't.
Because
That
did you
wasn't
see how
the
his
first
dad
time
was
you
freaked
did
the
that
fuck?
shit.
Did you see his daddy though? He's like,
Like, look,
it's him. It's
that
this
should
nigga.
have like
Yeah.
when Zeke and Aaron was talking to their pops, that should have told y'all what the fuck was going on. I was literally watching that like
When Zeke was talking to him when he was hugged him,
when Zeke
he
looked
he
at
was
him,
scared
like,
as shit,
he was-
and that makes sense.
and he was sitting there like some nah, like this was all going up.
And that motherfucker kept saying, "I'm sorry,
And
my
then if
son
you think
Zeke."
about it,
That's
if you think about it, how old was Aaron when his dad went and ate them? Aaron was like
A
8.
baby.
He
No,
was
wait.
like,
I thought
no,
he.
like, 'cause
Oh,
remember he
I mean,
left
he was
the
able
house.
to
He was like he
talk
left the
and
house.
walk.
He was
no,
like
Aaron had
8.
to be at least like 5-ish. Because when did they join the Scouts? When they were like 12, 13?
He like 8.
No, he was like 8 because that happened. If you remember, that happened right after he showed him about the key, and then he went to the church.
Right.
That was like he had to have been like 8 at that
Yeah.
time because that was the set at like maybe like a week later. That's when the Colossal Titan kicked down the wall.
So like when he did that, when he was looking at Zeke and was like some, look, I know what you got planned or whatever, but it's not finna work. From here on out, Aaron finna get what he want. He done already set this up.
Yeah.
How was he able to set that shit up at that time when he was 8, barely knowing, not even really in the path? He ain't even eat his dad yet. If the Attack on Titan, if the Attack Titans and the Founding Titan is not connected in the path, bro, there was no way for Aaron to have his dad already know. And then when they was able to connect in the path, come on, man.
You're right. That you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Like, Aaron
I'm
was
just
doing that shit before he was even born, bro. This shit was set up. Aaron knew that shit.
It was a
before he
prophecy.
was even born, bro.
Technically, if you want to speak
Foreordained destiny.
even further.
What was that?
Foreordained destiny.
Yes,
indeed.
yes.
Yeah.
That's so, man. And then now that begs the question, like, I'm trying not to spoil, but that begs the question: is he really okay? Let's ask that question because that's actually in. Let's ask that question: is he really okay with the choice that he is having? He's making.
He has to be.
He has to be. He has no other choice to make.
Yeah.
There is no other choice.
For
So
somebody
he
that
has
knows
to
everything
harden
that's
his
going
heart.
on, I think he knows how he's gonna die and when
Exactly,
he's gonna die. So I
because-
mean, I'm pretty sure he's content.
So do
If you
think
could
that,
figure-
do you think that if this is the choice he has to make, do you think that's what he wants?
He
That's what I'm
already made
saying.
it.
If,
Technically,
I
if you
feel
wanna
like
think
if
about
he was
it.
at a point where if
'Cause
he
that's
knew
what
all
makes
this
it
stuff
so
could
bad.
happen, if he knew all this stuff could happen, there must be a way where he knew there's a way to stop it. If
Yeah.
he chose the better of two evils, that's what he's doing. He's being
Right.
the bitch, and that's what he's doing.
That's
why I'm like Aaron right now.
I'm so sorry.
You know what's about to happen, which means you know what could not happen, which means you also know what you can do to stop it.
Bro,
Yeah.
in all honesty though, Aaron
Fuck
can't
you,
change
Aaron.
shit.
Don't even
He
get on my
can't,
boy
he
like
can't
that.
change
You
shit.
can't.
He tried
Technically,
to
you
change
can't.
it.
Technically,
He
you can't
tried,
say
and
his
that's-
judgment ain't
that's what
shit.
makes
That's
this
what
so
make it better.
sad.
He
He has
tried.
tried.
But you can't say his judgment is shit.
No, I'm not saying that. I just again the reason why I'm sad because I know what I know now.
Yeah.
I am sad for Aaron.
That
I
nigga
genuinely
tried,
sad
bro.
for him. He
He
tried.
tried 3 seasons, but these niggas didn't want to help. So he was like, "All right, it is
And
no
then he's
other
only
way."
and then he's only privy to the information that he is privy to at that time. He may know, but there's only so much he can do in the
Is
real
he
world with
telling
the power
other
he
people
has.
what he knows?
Yeah, well, in the last episode, especially when everything hit the fan, he told Historia, he told Flock, he told Yelena. He told everybody like the actual his true plan, not the plan that he was gonna
Yeah.
go with Z.
So
He trolled Historia for sure, and Historia even
That's
said
why
like,
they have the Jaegerists.
yeah, and
They're all-
Historia said like, I would not live with, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't find a way to stop you. If this is if this is really what you're gonna go through with, like she said that on the last episode, and that's why.
I mean, even then, you must have known that would have happened. There must be an endless amount of knowledge that you have in order to.
But again,
to know
with
these
power,
things.
with power, because again, you have to think about
Great
it. All the
responsibility. I
information-
understand that.
You got to think about it. All the information that Aaron knows compared to what we were privy to, like on season 1. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Aaron may be privy. He don't even understand it. He don't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what this is. That like this, if what you saying is true about the Founding Titan, yeah. And the way that he got that connection, he may have been able to influence them through the past, yeah. Just being his normal. I'm omnipotent being self, but in the real world, his real world self does not know. And as he's breaking through all these fourth walls, he is learning how to either deal with it or change it. And because of the powers that he has as he's going through it, he can only do so much. So
symbolically, I think the whole show is turning out to be about breaking generational curses. Because,
I can definitely could get
all the
It's
ancestors.
gonna be a while for generations come around after this.
hell yeah.
That's why I'm
because all the ancestors laid this on all the descendants, and now they got to pick it all up and everything. And now Jaeger has all this power, so he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna mess everything up and end it flat. And that's what it's coming down to. If that makes him look like a bad guy, that makes him look a bad guy. But he's got to do what he's got to do.
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, like I feel like what you were saying that like he could have seen other shit. Like I feel like he did, because like if you think about the past, there's not never just one future. So like, of course, if he can see the future and the present, I'm like, this isn't confirmed, but I believe that he tried to do it and seen different futures, and those ones obviously didn't turn out.
Or maybe they all led to the same outcome.
They all led to the same outcome.
Different branches of the future all ended up in the same outcome.
He went through 13,000,005 scenarios.
all ended up with the same outcome.
Y'all don't get that.
Do 6. 13,000,006.
Avengers.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
That was like,
that's why I said I got you.
Sorry. No, so I'm bad.
you know what? We'll talk
So I have 2 more questions, and then we're gonna go into like the best scene, and then we're gonna go.
See if Anime Google can help you.
So my first question is this, and based off the last episode that they just shown, which I thought was very pivotal.
Indeed.
Do you think that if Aaron knew how Mikasa felt about him, he would have changed his mind?
No.
He probably already know how.
Nah, he probably already know.
It must be something
No,
where
he
already
knows how she
knows.
feels. He knows how
He
she
probably don't need.
That's why he's doing that.
That's why he asked her.
Why you
Yeah.
think he dropped that
Yeah.
bomb on her? Like,
Look.
stop playing. You already know. Woo woo. Da,
No,
da, da.
they even put it.
But
they
if he
even
knew,
put it
why
in the
would he
anime.
ask? If he knew that regardless of what she asked, or what if he asked or not, why
Because
would he ask?
How do
He
you
gonna
know
do
he
it?
doesn't want
her-
Mikasa to
Nah.
hate him in order for her not to be around? and something bad happen?
Not even, because he wants her to admit it. It's not whether he knows it or not. It's whether Mikasa can admit it or not.
The reason why I'm asking that is because I have a different take. I've been thinking about just this whole time since I've been blown away about this reveal. I've been thinking about just just Aaron and the way that he's been thinking about this whole thing and how he's been assessing it. And I can't help but to think that, like, even through this whole journey, this whole timeline, that he has known this, been able to do stuff, break into fourth walls slowly but surely. I can't help but to think that Aaron is trying to find any type of inkling to change the path.
You got to think about it like this. Like when he was talking about it, because when he was he even in that flashback, after Mikasa's, like when he asked her, why are you here for me, she said because you his family. He wanted her to say something else, but even
if that's the case, why?
If she would, because he want to know that before he get into some shit.
I guess.
Wait. How about this though?
Wait. I got this other point. He was even talking. I forgot who he was talking to, but he was talking to somebody else in anime when they told him to like go get a life and shit like that and settle down and shit. He said, "I'm finna be alive for 3 years. What's the point?" You got
he was talking to Zeke at that moment.
Yeah,
but,
he's finna be alive.
the
for
only
3
reason why I
years.
keep asking
So,
this is because I even if he is alive for 3 years, that goes back to what I just whispered in your ear about him not, him feeling the way that he felt.
yeah,
Why would they make that such a statement for him to say at the end of the whole series if you didn't think that he been feeling this way throughout the whole thing? He had to been feeling inevitably that way.
Okay,
the whole
I
time.
have a question though. So it's not even really a question. It's just a theory or just like a funny ass thought. So if he can rebuild his body, right,
Mm.
things like that, or Ymir can this, that, and other. What about the kid? Who's to say he hasn't made a future for himself and that's like his host body?
But that goes to,
And then
that's
like at
why-
the end, you know what I'm saying? When we think it's
There's
the end
so
of the
many
season, there's
theories
gonna
with
be
that.
the baby. She's gonna be holding the baby.
There's
The baby
so-
opens the
there's
eyes.
so-
and like,
bro, we go.
I know everything
we
now,
gonna
you know
talk
what I'm saying?
But
Like-
see, bro. We got. I want to talk about
If
that.
it's
so
true,
bad. We
I'm
gonna
about to
leave
say if
that
it's true
alone.
to
We
Ymir's
gonna
thing,
leave
then it
that
might be true
alone.
to
Leave that alone.
But we can't get
Rabbit
too much.
hole.
We can't get too much. It's definitely a rabbit hole, but you're going down the right rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I'll say
Mhm,
that.
definitely.
I'll say that.
Go under.
But
Yeah, you scratching the bear right now.
so moving.
Scratching the bear. I've
One
never
thing
heard
I can
that
say
one.
though, I kind of do and I kind of don't miss the fucking analogies. We literally still say the S one, okay?
God.
We still say that. At home.
Hey,
we
I-
still say that.
Wait.
shit.
I swear to
wait.
God, I swear to
Louis,
God.
I said
Louis,
that to my
I swear
brother
to
today.
Real quick, and then we're gonna go into the next part, the last part of Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
let's
is
do it.
your take on the word?
Let me
sissy?
say it. Let me say it since it was me.
No,
What?
no.
when it's come to the term of you
gotta
trying to
use it
take
in
a
you got to use it in context.
okay,
You
if you're
gotta
trying
use
to
it in
take a
context.
piss, Louis, if you're trying to take a piss, would you ever say that? Oh, I'm going to take a sissy. Would you say that?
I mean,
Would you
they're
say?
all-
No.
You won't say that because why? Why would you not say that? Tell me that, Louis. Tell me why you wouldn't say it. Because why?
It just doesn't sound right.
It don't sound right at all.
I mean, there's
Funny.
Wiz.
He said that it was
There's
from
Wiz.
Britain and London. This nigga's not from there, never been there, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out where, why you say it. On like,
shit
what was that,
funny.
episode 2 or
It was
3?
episode 1.
It was like episode.
Oh my
one,
god!
the
Like
first
and I didn't know
episode
these
that we
niggas.
had.
I didn't know these
Say
niggas
that
at all.
It
I
was
didn't know
so-
him.
It was
It means
so
you better go take a sissy.
lightly
I'm like,
awkward.
No,
It was awkward, but like lightly awkward.
I'm about to go take a grown man piss.
Yes, yes. You need to go and look that episode up and make that a meme.
First
I'm about to
episode.
take a grown
Don't know
man-
these niggas
This
for
is what he
nothing,
said.
and I'm just like,
Wait, he literally said, "I'm about to take a grown man piss."
break the fuck out of you.
I said
I
that
was
shit to
just
my
like-
brother yesterday. That
All
shit
right.
was funny as hell. He was like, "Bro, what is wrong with
You stop
Nigga.
saying that
I'm
shit. Stop saying that shit.
Don't
All
ever
right.
say it.
So the last topic.
Love
you?
it.
Don't
though.
go peace
All
thing."
right.
I think we broke down the whole story with Aaron. I think we broke it down the whole story with Aaron enough. So now the last topic before we go into so we catch up. What was the most impactful scene? I'm gonna go last on mine because man, so many. But what was the most impactful
got
scene
two.
to you in Attack on Titan? And Louis, I actually want to start with you.
The most impactful out of the whole series.
Whole
so far?
series.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole series. Scan your brain.
Oh man, most impactful. You're gonna have to give me a minute. You guys could probably jump ahead.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it this way then. Give me your most impactful, but you have to keep it short. Give me your most impactful.
Well,
each
for
season.
the current season, I'm gonna say when is it the generals, the guy that stayed to blow up the ship?
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
when
those
they finally realized that they're fighting a war that's shouldn't be fought anymore. That was kind of like it came together, just like, okay, this needs to end, but it doesn't need to end Aaron's way, and we need to get everybody on board. We just stop fighting, you know. So that part right there was pretty phenomenal for me, where they realized it, but then they can't live it because they were gonna die, you know, regardless, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the current season.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, let's just do. We'll do the current season. We'll just do the current season.
yeah. So far, and,
Y'all already have yours.
and
To make
well,
sure.
that scene with Mikasa going all out, she
Oh
had
my
no
God.
business destroying everybody,
Oh
but
my
that was
God.
That was a pretty tight
She didn't
scene.
even have to do them like that.
Who?
Mikasa when she mutilated all of the most of the
The
Jaegers.
Jaegers, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was killing everybody who stepped in front.
I enjoy
That's the
anytime
same thing
that
that's-
Mikasa's on screen. I'm sorry.
But you know what? That's the same
I'm
thing
Team
that they
Mikasa.
say, like, you know, like don't like okay, say you're in a real life scenario and they say like don't point a gun unless you're ready to shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like she
Yep.
knew
She
it
had
was
that.
time, like their ideals were severely misaligned and they were going with something that she couldn't hang with no more. So it was either at that moment them or her, which is just like, dude, what was his name? Connie?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't finna shoot, dude. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there, and then
That
what he
was
do?
so
He
sad.
unloaded on his ass.
Yeah. So
Like
sad.
what the fuck? Like there was no choice at the moment. Which side do you choose? Do you choose right? Well, you're right, or the perceived wrong?
The society,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
society's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
You got yours lined up?
I mean, if you want me to go next,
Yeah, I mean,
mine.
I guess we
Yeah,
go down, it's fine.
mine is a twofer. Mine would be the Aaron scene in the beginning, seeing his mom get ate by that Titan.
Okay.
Which
Episode
the
1.
irony in that,
Episode
the irony
1.
in that, the
Irony
irony in
so
that of
crazy.
us finding out that was his daddy ex-wife,
We see
know what I'm
that so
saying?
often.
and then
throughout
not
the
only
season.
that, the reoccurrence of seeing her
Mhm. We see
at
it.
that moment where he
With more
literally lost
context.
it all. You know what I'm saying? All he had was his bare fist, and he was gonna punch this bitch. And in that moment,
To that as well. I wonder what did he find? What was the memory that was unlocked when he punched Dina's hand? What was the memory
they
that
kind of
was
showed
unlocked?
a
He
little
had a
glimpse of
flashback.
something. They
He
kinda
had a
showed little
flashback.
glimpse. They showed a little glimpse. I don't remember what
I
it
think
was.
I think it was like of his dad or something like
Or
that.
her too, though, because it wasn't her.
Like a little fragment of the past or
Yeah, of
something
her.
that he
I
didn't
think,
understand.
was it her?
It's probably
No.
like when they were all together when Zeke was small or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
It was probably like, and at that point, what can you do with that memory?
And then he's just sitting here like, this bitch ate my mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She used to.
And she was fucking my
like this,
daddy.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that might have been when he found out Zeke was his brother.
That too.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Like
too.
he didn't know that was his family, but he knew that
Yeah.
blonde haired little blue eyed boy had something to do with them
Yeah,
being related.
hell yeah.
Oh, you said you had a twofer, right? Was that just
Well, I mean, yeah, that was the two
That
part.
was the
Oh,
two.
Those
Okay.
two specific scenes of the reoccurrence of her, those two together were like the most epic.
okay?
So
okay.
the thing is with mine, my favorite character died in season 3. I think it was.
Oh,
Fat
Erwin.
ass. You are a
Ah.
fat ass. I did not.
It wasn't because she liked food. It was just
That is
Oh, no, that was
exactly why
season-
you like
That
her.
was season 4, part 1.
okay. Season 4, part 1. Sasha, but the thing is,
Shut the
it
Fuck
was the
Gabby.
That wasn't
You
that
little
wasn't the
bitch.
person that I empathized with the most.
Mm.
That was not the person I empathized
Oh.
with. It was the child that killed her.
What?
Let me
I
let
know
me
why. I
tell
already
you.
know why.
Why?
I
But
Gabby.
this is why, this is why I
I
love
don't
storytelling.
like kids, but I love kids.
Fuck Gabby.
Only because I've dealt with
Yeah,
kids
fuck
for at
Gabby.
least a year,
Fuck
and I'm just
Gabby.
like their trauma
Little
is
bitch.
so much more impactful than adult trauma because you got time to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
If it's just like an adult, or
she just figured it out though. She really did.
She
just
was a
in the last couple,
child.
but in the last couple episodes,
Shit throughout the whole
she threw out the whole
storyline.
notion,
She
yeah.
was finding
She's
out.
good. No, in the last couple episodes, Gabby has redeemed herself.
Yes.
She realized
no,
what
no,
she
no.
is
But
now, and
I'm
she's
talking about
regretful
this
for
part.
it.
This part though.
Oh,
She
yeah,
went
she
through
was
so
upset.
much. She was so smart.
Yeah.
She was so strategic in everything. She really lived for this country, whatever
Yes,
it was.
she did.
And she went to such lengths to grapple herself
Uh-huh.
onto this
Because she
fucking
believed so much. and
so
in it
much.
So
She
much.
believed
and
lies.
even the kids like who are beneath her friends are like, why are you doing all this? Like we can't do shit.
But you
She
know
thought
what?
that she could. She was a
Mhm.
product of her environment,
Yes.
and she
Right.
did exactly what she wanted to do in that moment to prove herself to her country, herself, everything. I felt her. So
And you know what makes
So I
that
got a
even-
question though. So
Still
have y'all
fuck Gabby.
seen Dracula Untold with what's his name?
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm talking about? So in there, the king of the Turks, right? He requests like 1,000 kids. And when he requests them, he's like, why do you want kids? You know what I'm saying? You can have me. You know what I'm saying? Said he was like, when you raise them from when they're young, they'll like die for anything without a second
Yes.
thought. You know what I'm saying? So in that
unbelievable
instance,
loyalty.
those kids that they recruit to maybe possibly become a Titan, they're recruiting them and filling their head, brainwashing them from such a young age. Feel like they owe a debt
And the
Or-
more they serve, the
or
more
even-
they won't be looked at differently, and they still will be looked at differently. That's why they wear an armband.
Or even to piggyback off of that, like just the will of wanting to have a purpose, like as a child. Because Aaron, because that's why they always say that, like Gabby starting out, not where she is now, but Gabby starting out and Aaron were one and the same.
Mhm.
They had a
yeah.
purpose. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the lies that were told over time, like
They
that was-
believed in
they
them, and that
believed
was
in
their
that
purpose.
Exactly. And there's
Yeah.
very few anime that actually make me like cry, or like one of them was definitely what's the most sad? Okay, Full Metal Alchemist. We all know what happened with them. that shit. And then we got what's the new one that we're watching? Bobby.
Oh, to your eternity.
To Your Eternity. And then
Ugh.
also Bobby, like not Bobby, but
The white haired. Oh no, March.
March?
The little girl?
Raising Kings or Rising Kings.
Oh, ranking of
Ranking
Boji.
King.
Oh,
Boji.
Boji.
Okay. Boji. Okay, like these
I
three
still gotta
animes made
watch
me
that.
cry, but
That's the one
also
Ranking
gotta
Kings
watch
of a
that.
Shield.
you gotta watch
That's the one with
that
the
shit.
little king dude, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Made me fucking
Of a Shield
cry.
hero
That
or
story is
That's-
it's
you gotta
tear
watch
jerking.
that. It's so
but
good.
also my tear was jerked when I saw this girl do what she did. Not only because Sasha also is one of my favorite characters. I love Sasha.
Mm.
She's so relatable. I've had people in my life who are like Sasha. Eat as much she eats and protects me the way
But
she
that's
protects.
good storytelling because
So
she's
good.
definitely a personable character. You
I
just never.
love Sasha.
I honestly never. people die in Attack on Titan, but you wouldn't expect this.
but you
I
were
did not
cool.
expect
I
Sasha
didn't
to
expect
die.
Sasha to
But
die.
you
was
were
so,
cool,
like-
yeah. You know what I'm saying? She was ready to eat and everything.
But
you know what I'm saying?
she had strategy.
We
And
should
she
eat
had
potatoes in
ways
honor
where
of
she was just like,
Sasha.
I'm not gonna get hit, but I got a way for y'all. You know, and I have people who will protect me. No idea.
Yeah.
This girl showed resilience. She showed, so much promise within what
she
felt
saved the
for
little
this
girl
country.
from a Titan, the one that tried to kill Gabby. She's the one that
Yeah.
she saved
Yeah.
the little girl
Yeah.
with just the axe, with a
Yeah.
damn axe.
I
Sasha was
love
the shit.
these two characters, even though one killed the other. I love both of them.
And it's
So you
just so
still-
crazy
you
how
like Gabby though. When,
I
even when
empathize
she
with
shot
both.
Aaron's head off.
Fuck Gabby.
I mean,
Fuck Gabby.
we're talking about the moment.
I don't care
We're
what she
talking about the
did.
moment.
right. Let's
That-
stick with the
we're talking
moment.
about the moment.
She fucked up when she shot Sasha.
And
And
she
she
fucked
just-
up when
she
she
kept
shot
fucking up.
Aaron.
She just keep fucking up.
I know.
And now that she's seen the error in her ways,
But
it's
I
still
just
just like, girl,
Who is
you
Aaron? But
you
who is
up Schitt's
Aaron?
Creek
Who is
without a
Aaron to
battle.
her? Who is Sasha to
I
her?
don't get
You know
no
what I'm
don't give
saying?
no fuck about
So
nobody.
they're all people
but
that were just like her, blindly following their ideals until they were
Blind,
woken
the
up.
blind leading the blind.
Man.
Well, she was with that.
loyalty is still good in
Say-
all aspects to me.
Say that
But
again.
Gabby stayed with that family too. It made her realize that everything was wrong. You know.
And I honestly to that too, like you could tell that her will for standing up for her country was so strong because when I was watching it and watching like that whole story, the Brosh family story play out the way that it did, I was thinking like it's taking her entirely too long for her to understand that bitch you've been blind, Gabby. Like it was taking too long for me.
Yeah.
She kind of
sitting there like-
she figured out quicker
was
than
like-
Annie did though.
She was sitting there like, why aren't the devils eating me? Like, what, bro?
Like,
No, she figured out when old
So
girl
stupid ass.
when
That's
the
tainted
parents
loyalty. She
when
just
old girl was
thought
gonna get
things were gonna
stabbed,
happen.
when Gabby was gonna get stabbed and the parents stopped her, she was just like,
yeah,
let this bitch kill me.
yeah,
Pikachu
like
face.
she
I'd have
was
let
I
her
killed your daughter.
I'd have let her
You know what I'm
stab
saying?
her.
I've
fuck
been
you,
living
To the
with y'all,
point- to the
lying
point-
to y'all this whole time.
to the point where she's so prideful in that. You know what I'm saying? As a child, you so prideful in standing up for Marley the way that you are, that you would really at
Let
what
me get
she had to been like 10, 11 years old.
Oh, I was
Will die
doing
for that.
something else. Here you go.
So you're done with your explanation.
Yeah, that was mine.
So it's-
yeah.
so
I
it's
know
my
mine's
turn.
gonna be like controversial. I was just like, okay.
So like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna do the whole anime because my all-time favorite scene not gonna come until part 3.
yeah. I it's probably the same one that I like.
Oh, so my favorite part. Well, I got two. My favorite story part. All right, my favorite story part was when Aaron and Zeke was talking to their pops, boy, and Aaron walked up on that nigga and was like, "Eat her, nigga." What are you doing? You feel me? And then when they had that whole little conversation after that, boy, I was sitting there like,
It was very shook. I was very shook.
Wait, who did he eat when he told her to eat that? Was it the
it was
old
the
girl?
It was the royal lady.
What is
and
her
and
name?
and
What
all
is
of the
her
kids.
name?
I forgot her name.
Historia's sister, Krista.
Yeah.
Was it
That's
Krista?
the one that transformed into a Titan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
he-
she was
and
the
he
original
had a-
Fountain Titan.
Right, and that's the one that he had bent over. She transformed to fight his ass.
Yeah.
Before, and then all the kids got killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like her name was.
But it's
Krista.
so crazy that
Twitch.
Astoria
Yeah, I got it.
was nowhere around because she was a bastard.
I didn't share it.
even though she was actually of royal blood.
Right, but
That and that which I didn't understand that either. Like
Yeah.
if you have this knowledge of royal blood, you will still have to treat her in a certain way, even if she's a bastard child. Have to treat her in a certain way that she doesn't get found.
as long as nobody knows that he fucked the maid, it's all good. It's Gucci.
Well, I guess that makes sense of why he
Nobody-
put her on
as
the
long as
farm. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, bitch, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you a couple hundred shillings. You gonna take
Not shillings. Shillings.
You gonna go on? You never gonna spend. I mean, just if you think about it, did you ever see whatchamacallit? The new Cruella DeVille movie? DeVille, what was it called?
No, that was a good movie.
with Anna Hathaway.
Yeah.
Nah.
Wait, no.
No, not
Not
Anna
Emma
Hathaway.
Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah.
Sorry.
But
Wow.
in the scene, you know what I'm
Sorry.
saying?
They don't all
She
look
was
alike.
Really old girl, you know what I'm saying? Really old girl daughter, and she paid a motherfucker to take her
Like,
ass away.
it's-
Shit.
yeah.
It's just like, nigga, motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah.
Shit. They didn't have
Yeah.
genealogy back then. They couldn't do no DNA test.
But especially
Man,
they
they
had
barely
shit.
had cars and
I was
trains
just
in
gonna
that
say,
motherfucker.
yeah,
That was my favorite. That was my favorite story scene. All right, because that shit was lit, and that part was so funny. Like they memed the shit out of that scene, bro.
It was a shocker.
Hey,
And now, and as you can see, as I've been blown away now, like to know if you know the story, to know that that moment lets you know that again he's been doing. In my head before y'all told me this, I thought that was like the only time that he had ever did that.
yeah,
No.
Like I hadn't
No,
thought
the
about
freaky
it.
part
yeah,
was
Aaron just came in his ear and was like,
No.
"Pay attention to the story, nigga."
the freaky part was when his ass kept shaking and the wife seen the shit and everything. Did you notice that little part? Like when he would freak out because Aaron was around and he would just start freaking out wherever he was, and people would be looking at his ass like, you freaking out, nigga. And then he would snap back to reality like, the nigga gone. All right.
You talking about Grisha?
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
was
So
in the
I
house,
look-
when he
so-
was in the house.
So now I have a problem with that. So I looked at the first episode
Of that.
of that, and he didn't
Oh.
give none of that at all.
Why not?
None of that.
He
None of-
wasn't.
I've even
But
watched.
after he
I've
got-
even watched YouTube
That goes to show you that
comparisons.
he went back a couple of times and influenced this nigga to the point where he was just like, Grisha himself knew like something ain't right. Somebody, and to where he was thinking on a higher levels. In my mind, he had to get to thinking on a higher level to where he finally started to see Aaron
maybe
and hear Aaron.
Maybe this will be interesting to
This
know.
isn't Jiminy the Cricket in my ear. This isn't my good and bad devil. This isn't me. This is somebody.
You
It's
ever
gotta be
think
somebody
about
else.
that? Like somebody kind of implants thoughts into your brain.
Subliminal
Yeah.
messages.
Yeah, like literally just implant.
I took it.
I'm laughing at him. Get off me. Let me
Commercial,
let me get to
that
my
commercial
side.
breaks and shit. But no, but the
That's
point that I was
fine.
trying to make was that I guess because of the way that they showed the episode of season 1 compared to Aaron being in his ear, like you've seen the devastation of him, but you don't see that in season 1. So I'm thinking like maybe whether he went back a couple times, as you say, or not. In my head, I'm thinking that he went back in that one time, but it wasn't like somebody was in his ear. He like went and implanted these thoughts to like manifest in real time. That way, it's not looking necessarily like he talked in his ear genuinely, I guess. Like more so like that was just showing symbolically that like he
feel like-
implanted those thoughts, more so speaking in his ear.
I feel like
Does that make sense? I'm sorry.
I definitely get what you're saying, but like because how that specifically played out, I get what you're saying. Just because like maybe the authors just the designers just didn't throw that in there. I'm just gonna say that.
Or maybe because
That
it
was
would.
just-
I mean, maybe they just didn't want to reveal it because
Yeah,
it wouldn't make
right.
sense.
it would make
to-
sense that just
Like he just
freaking out.
shrieked out and it's like, well, bitch, okay, this is a little eerie on the first episode of Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, who is
Yeah.
this teenage nigga right here? You know what I'm saying? Like who is?
Or
him? You know what I'm
not
saying?
not like not even in that space,
No,
like not
he
them
was just-
even showing him.
He
Like just
you
sitting
would
there.
just see him
You just tweaking out, and there's nobody there if you watching it at like from season 1. You're
Right,
like, who the fuck? Why is he tweaking out? What's
That's
going
so
on?
like
with him?
that's the only reason why I'm thinking like they didn't show that part and just left that for now.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Because even after he ate the whatchamacallit, even after he ate the founding titan, he dragged Aaron in the woods like on some hysterical shit. Like
Yeah, he
that
was
motherfucker
acting
woke
crazy
up out
after
his
that.
sleep like
That is
He
true.
oh
was
shit.
acting crazy.
Gotta
after
get this
that.
nigga. It's time. Now is the time. It's this time.
That's
It's like
very
I gotta
true.
take his ass out to the woods.
That's
Tonight
very
is the
true.
night, you know what I'm saying?
So it was like I think it was
Wow.
the contact of the
That's
royal.
true. He
It's the
did
contact
definitely did
of the
that shit.
royal that unlock all of the memories on what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So at that time, when Aaron did come in contact with either Dina or motherfucking a story or something, one of them times, whenever he got that power, like whenever he touched them and went backwards, you know what I'm saying? That is when it had to have happened, where he was like, "Hey, wake your ass up! It's time to go to the woods. You finna get 8."
Now, my second favorite part is a scene. You feel me? I just love this scene, and it come from the last.
Break it
episode.
down real quick. We on that.
I got you. So, motherfucking when they seen them motherfucking Titans boys step up on their shore,
Oh my
and they were
god.
just sitting there. Like,
Oh yeah,
dun, dun, dun. Just sitting there, oh yeah, what the fuck you doing? And then you see Aaron panning in the background, like the Titans was swimming. They was swimming in the water. Aaron ass was walking on top of that shit. You
Yeah.
feel me, gang?
well, technically he was probably wiggling more like a snake with them
Yeah.
bones.
Man, either way,
And
that nigga
bones,
was on
you know,
top of
float.
the water, looking
just saying.
menacing as a bitch. I'm
The way
just
you
sitting
said
there-
it,
What?
was just
I guess.
like
Okay.
how you like I'm just sitting there like it reminded me of them TikToks where like people open up the curtain and they just see the colossal titan in their face and shit.
Oh, I have seen that shit.
Like that,
like the one Richard posted today. I was like,
that shit
like
was so
that, like
scary.
that shit, that scene right there where they had all of the Titans and they showed you all of the people like terrified, like running and then stopping, like it ain't nowhere to run.
You know what? If that's the case, that just think about how everybody felt when they saw that big ass colossal titan peek over the motherfucking wall,
Man.
and then the motherfucker kicked the hole through the bitch.
But I'm
Yeah.
just
You know what I'm
saying,
saying? Like,
though,
damn.
it wasn't just
And
one
it's just
colossal titan. It was
millions. And on top of that, like to piggyback off of that too, like the part when they panned like that whole area and you just see nothing but lines and lines of fucking Titans, like they are unfazed. They had honestly, if they would have kept shooting underwater, they would have had a better chance.
Yeah.
because they was tearing their ass off
They was.
that first wave, and then as soon as they stood up on that shore, it was a wrap.
And then it just like the part that really got me with that scene was how they showed the people running, and then they just stopped running and turned around like in awe.
Like,
Damn,
is
bro.
this really fucking happening?
Like it's nowhere. It's nowhere.
It's
to go.
apocalypse. It's just that's the apocalypse.
you're on an
Yeah.
island. Like there's nothing. You're not finna swim.
Like,
like
where are
these
you gonna
bitches.
run?
There's no
Actually,
point
they're
in
not on
running.
an
They
island.
weren't
They're
on
on
an
a
island. They
whole
just came-
country,
yeah,
a
that's
whole
our
continent.
country.
There's no way for you to get away from them though.
It's still
If
not-
they didn't
it's
have,
not.
if they don't got no underground tunnels, bro, they not surviving.
No shit. Underground tunnels.
Nah.
The shit of the work by East Step.
Man, I get you. I'm just thinking like I'm not saying like no light shit. Like you know how people
That they would have to be
underground
under.
bunker type
But
shit.
I feel like because
I
they
feel like there'll
colossal
still be
Titans, that shit
Titans
was
underground.
down,
I
like-
feel like there'll still be Titans
No, I
underground.
think they're just like when so many
No, there's
Titans
no Titans
stepping on
underground.
that.
Stepping
You don't
on
think
just
so?
one
Nah.
step will cause such a
No.
tremor and like you gotta
Yeah.
They
get
have
to that
always
shit, man.
surprised us.
Because one colossal Titan transforming is
I mean,
a
I
nuclear
guess.
bomb. So
Mhm.
Which I did not understand that either. Like, how was he able to activate those colossal Titans and not
They
blow
did
up?
not
was
transform.
already
They were
transformed.
already
Oh, yeah,
Titans.
that's
They were
right.
just frozen.
That's
they
right.
was just
that's right.
they
They were
built the
crystallized.
wall
Why I
That's
down
thought
and
that there could
yeah,
be
They were
ones
crystallized.
underground.
That's right.
And when
That's
he
right.
broke all the crystallization, you know, he
Just
let my
there,
girl,
waiting.
he let my girl
If
Annie
this
out.
if this has been a the thing
He let my girl
from
Annie
the
out,
DC,
and then he
Yeah,
released
yeah.
all the Titans.
there must
All
be
right.
some type of convoluted plan. Okay,
So
it's all these theories that
we're
go.
gonna talk about my. I'm gonna make them real quick because we got it. I want to.
What we doing now?
Catch up. Just
Still
talking
the
about.
same thing.
But I'm the last one. So
Catch up.
and then we're gonna do a catch up. So my favorite scene.
Oh, he still didn't go either.
He went first.
No,
Yeah.
remember he said we had to get back to him.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right. So that's why I said I'm gonna speed it on up.
Oh.
So I guess like my favorite. I'm just gonna say my favorite scene. My favorite scene would have to honestly be the last battle that they had when they were going to get the ship.
Oh,
Like-
that shit was fire.
Like the first part 1 season 4 season when they attacked Marley for more or less was cold, but like the animation that they played on the last battle to get that ship was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Flock, like it made me appreciate Flock a lot more because of his last stand.
Yeah. At least he was on Aaron's side, man.
Yeah, he was
dying
rooting for
for him.
Aaron. Like, and it was just like the way all of that was drawn. You get to see Annie's Titan in Mappa animation for the first time.
We get to see Falco's Titan.
We get to see Falco's
Yeah.
Titan, which is cold as fuck.
Cold as fuck. My man's is a bird.
Yes. A war. How do you become a jaw bird?
A jaw bird.
A jaw
Titan.
bird Titan.
He had wings.
There's no other Titan that can fly.
Oh, he has wings. You don't see him yet, but that's the only
Nah,
spoiler I'm
you
giving
see-
you.
you
That's
see
a
the
spoiler.
feathers. You see the
Yeah, I've seen the
feathers and
feather.
claws.
That's a spoiler I'm going to give you. He has wings. He can fly.
He can fly. He's
He
the
can
first
fly.
Titan.
Crazy.
First sight he can fly. He can fly.
So
Very
that just goes to
proficiently.
show that the Titans themselves evolve as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's why that little thing would make sense. That little April Fool's joke that you said.
That's what I said. Bro, that's why I
That
wanted
would
to tell
make
you
sense.
because I'm like, bro, that whole story would be so fire if because we don't know. Even honestly, even at the end of the show, we still don't know where the hell that symbiote came from.
Yeah.
So it leaves it open ended. But that's my favorite scene. I'm gonna go ahead and
All right,
shoot it to you,
sure,
Luigi.
Sure question, y'all. That's reincarnated.
With what?
No.
We're waiting on your favorite scene.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean the ones that I mentioned, were the current season with the generals realizing that the war was done. I gotta agree also with like the look of despair on the people when they see the Titans come in. That was a pretty tight scene too. But there's so much, there's so much with the series and everything, and the way you guys are laying out with the third season, that I'm waiting for. There's gonna be a lot more to be revealed. So
I will say this: like the third part 3 is they're gonna pull a Demon Slayer, like the Shimigan, the district, the last one that they just
Mugen
did.
Train and Entertainment District.
The entertainment district. You know how the entertainment district itself was only like 7 episodes. That's what
They're
gonna do
already
with Attack
working on the
Titan.
next season, so it's fine. We'll get one.
Like Attack
we'll
on
get
Titan's
one by
only
the
gonna have
end.
about seven episodes. That's why I said it should have been a movie because there's enough, but not enough for 12 episodes in my opinion.
I think they might make it long. They might
Like extend a little and situate certain parts.
I think what they probably do with the third part is they're gonna give us a little bit more lore and they're gonna expand on them extra 4 pages to give
I will
give
hope
us
that
12 episodes.
I will hope that they expand on those last 4 pages.
Hopefully.
But yeah, that's been our Attack on Titan for today. So
Aaron is God. You want to hear nothing else?
Fuck
Yeah.
Gabby.
Right? Yeah,
and,
fuck
and,
Gabby.
and I as I said before, now that I've really tapped into how strategic Aaron has been without him really not knowing.
Exactly.
Like he didn't really know, but he knew just to know that and know that he's been like
But he knew
that's how crazy that works though. You understood exactly what the fuck I was saying though.
I already know.
Like it's so weird like how he just tells the story. So shout outs to the author, and I hope that we get to see a lot more. I really hope that we get to see things past the manga. Like we need more.
We need more.
We need more.
We need more.
All right, so now we about to catch up. So the only thing that I really want to that I wanted to just say was that I'm actually very excited to be doing this again. I've been in a very weird transitional space, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. All that good jazz. But I've just been doing the same thing since I've been back. Still dancing, still gaming, still streaming. The one thing that I want to touch on is that I fucking hate and love Elden Ring. That game.
Because you like
That
honestly,
game.
you're the reason why I'm like, okay, let me figure out if I want to buy this because I feel like
Sav, that's exactly the headspace I was in when I was watching. I'm like, do I really? I've been battling even with Louis. I'm like, I've been battling with trying to get this game, and I finally did it. My first character was horrible. I had horrible build with my first character. It was pissing me off, but then I got my second build with my second character. I'm like, okay, I got a little hang.
So would you
I don't
say
know.
that you absolutely need to be able to play with people online to be proficient in this game?
Sometimes, otherwise,
I'm not one of those characters. I'm not a gamer where I need to play
you
with
will
other
be
people.
dying. You will be. you will
Ooh.
be dying.
No, I'm
a
not.
lot.
I'm not an online gamer. I love RPGs, but I love it to the point where I can explore it to my own heart's content.
Let me set the tone for you.
Mm.
Picture yourself. Picture you just got dropped into. Picture you're in an isekai, yeah, but it's like Attack on Titan. And I said it in the space of like, if you don't Attack on Titan, no, listen.
It's more like ReZero.
No, just
and
listen to what I'm
Elden Ring.
saying in that space. I say Attack on Titan because if we all know that if you don't have maneuver gear or anything like that, you are going to die in Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
So
you just a civilian.
in Elden Ring, you are that, but that's exactly it. Yes, the world has magic and stuff like that, but you are a civilian in Elden Ring having to fight everything. And the hardest part about Elden Ring is that when you drop loot, like say you die, you had a whole bunch of loot, you die. You drop
lose
all
all-
your loot,
Gotta go back
but
and
you
get
gotta
your
go back and
souls.
get that shit because the next time you die, that shit is going to be gone. And
Yeah.
they do it every fucking
It's
time.
Dark
So
Souls.
it like say you
It
at a
is.
boss, you die at that boss, you could go get your runes and shit like that and like leave or something. But if that motherfucker kill you before that,
It's a GG.
I don't
man.
have time. Okay, so
It's
the thing
such
is,
a-
like,
but it's
when
so
I
good.
play RPGs, the only thing I care about is relieving stress. So
That's
if there's a
definitely
type of
not-
game where
I'm
it's just like it stresses me out,
Yep.
I have heard so many people, not just Buddha. I've heard so many people who
I know
tell me
you don't
like,
watch Afro
I've
watch it or
seen
play
this
it.
shit.
I know you just see Afro play it.
Send you?
Yeah, I know you didn't see Afro play.
I'm
that
a big
shit.
fan of him. I love Afro. But no, I have not watched it. I have not watched it. But no, I'm a
Oh.
Oh,
wow. But no, at the same time, it was one of those games where people had told me like it turned me off so much because people were saying like, "Oh, it's so hard."
it's hard.
Man,
I don't want an
gotta say,
RPG that's hard as fuck. Like
bro,
I want an RPG where I can explore and not get my dick cut off.
But
At
I guess it makes it more fulfilling when you do actually beat the
Yeah.
shit. Because I be fulfilled when I be
No.
beating them damn bosses.
Afro sent you to deleted the game like 3 times.
He didn't brought it back because it's addictive. You get mad, but you like this. Okay, let me try this.
I met a guy
Try to
who
shit
played the
again.
game for 10 minutes, paid $70 for it.
Oh, I
on
paid that
PS5.
$60. I'm getting my $60.
He
That's
like,
also
I
the other
never
reason why
wanna
I'm
touch
playing
this
this
shit
game.
again. I never.
I paid
I'm
that
like-
$60 for that shit. I'm playing it.
and that's exactly what I would do. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
care
I'm
Bro,
playing.
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
how hard this game is.
That game
I paid
Needs
money
an
for this.
easy
Shit.
mode.
Nah,
There's an easy mode.
because
No,
it's
no,
based.
why
No,
is it-
no.
Oh,
There's
is?
one mode. There's no.
There-
It's just
normal.
hard.
It's just-
Everybody's just
just
just-
hard.
oh
Hey,
my
it's
god,
crazy.
no.
You know the craziest part, bro? As soon as you start, you walk
That
out
means
and it's
it's
a
all
boss
hard.
right there.
Yeah.
As soon as you start the game, you
What do you
walk out and
mean?
you gotta
You walk
fight
out a
a
little
boss.
bit.
They ain't got shit on you
it.
but hands.
Literally,
Maybe
mhm.
depending on your build, you got like mine when it
You
started
got
out. I
your-
had a wand and a sword
got your default weapons that you got with your starting
with
build.
your starting build.
What the fuck?
That's it.
Oh my god! So that
A
means this
wand
shit is
with no
hard for
magic,
everybody.
A sword
Yeah.
that break. Shit. Oh, hell no.
But
Uh,
that's what I guess
or that
that's
leg-
what makes it so like the game is very versatile. The game is very open world. Like
Uh.
it gives you the space to create and build your character the way that you need to. It's just hard.
I'll
to do
also
that
say
shit.
this.
gotta
If you
grind
guys seen
so
Elden
much.
Ring- I'm
You
sorry.
said what?
You just gotta grind and farm so much.
So much.
Grind
Even
and
the little
farm.
rabbits and little weasels and shit that be running around. I've been grinding on them motherfuckers too.
You been
Like
killing them.
why
You
not?
need them XP points.
You need them runes. Well, it's not even XP.
Oh.
So runes, that's the other thing. So you get these things called runes.
Mhm.
Runes can be used to buy stuff, and you can use it to level up too.
Mhm.
So, but you only get so much. So you had like that's also the hard part. Like you have to choose if you want to upgrade your weapon or even buy new weapons, or do you want to use all these to upgrade your character?
I can send you these rune farms.
Like it's hard, but
be farming millions of runes.
I have a few of them. I've been kind of scared to run. That's the other
Man.
thing too. Like this game is scary itself. Like shit pop up at
Yo,
you.
it's a horror
Like,
game.
it's a horror
It's
game.
a horror RPG.
Dog, I saw like some like fucking hands that
It's
came
still
down like this. And I
spiders
was
and
like, I was like, oh,
Bro,
oh.
And
And it was like as big as elephants. And I was just like, oh my god,
Hands,
I can't.
Them some of the scariest shits I done seen in a video game.
Because-
They
Oh
got
shit!
fucking hands just sitting in the ground.
It's a spider. It's
Sab,
a
go.
spider with hands.
what
It's
what
just-
have you been doing,
Bro.
Sab?
Oh, you just gonna skip me, huh?
Oh.
No, I'm just going randomly
Okay,
so we can get
so
it done and out the way.
I've been playing Horizon.
Yay.
Forbidden West. Louis, you've been playing it too. I
Yep.
see.
Oh yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm I'm almost towards the end, but I'm just exploring the map.
So I'm not gonna exactly relieve any type of like spoilers because we have people who've been playing it. I know like you're a fan of the game.
Mhm.
So I've been grinding on this game.
Uh-huh.
Only game I've been playing for like 2 months, I would say.
I would say I was
I did
obsessed.
all the side missions. I did everything, and this is my
100%
favorite
achievement?
RPG franchise in aside from Pokemon. I would say. The story is great. Angela Bassett's in it.
I forgot she was.
There's
was
money in
there.
this game. I suggest if you have not played Horizon, which I met a lot of people who
I've played Horizon.
have.
First one.
You played the first one.
Yeah, I
All right.
played
The
the first
story is captivating. Like,
Oh
but
yeah.
the story in the
It's
second,
pretty is a
and
bitch.
you gotten pretty far, Louis, right?
Yeah, there's an upset.
You would never have thought.
Yeah. No,
some
there's
shit
an
happened.
upset, and I was
It would
so
make a-
sad.
It would make
Yeah.
a very, very good movie, I would say.
They would.
Honestly, or a series, whatever you want to call it. I've never had a story like this before, and I think that's why I like RPGs. Is because it's always like a very different story.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. I think that's what makes a good RPG, especially like a J, even whether it's an ARPG or a JRPG.
Mhm.
Like great stories are always good in RPGs.
Mhm.
I don't even honestly know. I haven't even got into the whole basis of what Elden Ring fucking is. Because it's so hard. Like
Well, Elden Ring is the first installment of its series, right?
Nah.
Or is it
Elden
Dark
Ring is
Souls
Dark
connected
Souls.
to
It's-
Elden
I
Ring?
mean-
Connected to Dark Souls.
yeah, it's
Oh
connected
shit!
to Dark
I
Souls.
hated
itself.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I bought Dark Souls
Oh my
before I bought
God.
Elden Ring just to like try the mechanics. That shit is hard as fuck.
It's hard for no
Yeah.
reason.
like
Like
no
it
reason.
reminded me of Neo, and Neo was
Neo
supposed to be
hell,
hard.
too.
Yeah.
Like they had in the magazine, they're like Neo's supposed to be hard. I'm like, why would I play a fucking game that's supposed to?
That
be
shit
hard?
hard too. It's
That
like
shit
I
was-
thought,
They got
I
another-
thought Neo was supposed to be like Onimusha. Oh boy, was I wrong.
oh yeah, okay.
They got,
They
I got
see
another
Onimusha.
game that's free on Xbox called Cold Vein. That's literally
Just
Oh,
like it.
I
It's
played
just like
that.
it too.
I played that.
That's it's slow.
It's
and-
hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's
like that,
anime
too.
based or whatever it is,
It's like a
but,
JRPG too.
but you can't jump or shit. Like you're
Yeah.
very stiff as fuck. Like
I
there's
fucking
things that
hate I can't jump it.
I was
Yeah.
mad too because I like the character customization in Code Vein.
I
but got
loved
tired-
it, but when I
got
played
tired
it,
of it,
when I played it, I was like, oh, this shit sucks. Like
Yeah.
I'm so weak. I'm so weak.
I played
I
Cold
tried
Vein
it
for a
twice.
minute too. Like I got pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like after I got done playing it, I'm like, this is too much Dark Souls. But it's
Yeah.
like anime version of
Anime.
Dark Souls. Mine,
Yeah.
let's see. So I'm gonna do one. I ain't
you
gonna-
gotta do one, boss.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what I've been watching. We're gonna say that next time. But what I've been playing is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
You still playing that?
bro?
Oh, did the DLC come out?
Yes. They got the new DLC, Dawn of Ragnarok, my
Mm.
boy. You owed it. Like you owed it. You got superpowers and everything. Like it's a whole new DLC. So it gets you little different powers. You can shoot a bow and arrow, teleport to someone, assassinate them. You can turn into a bird, fly, assassinate
I
them.
cannot.
Yes, indeed. You can,
He does it all. He does the whole interpretation.
they got because it's the original. It's based off the original story of Ragnarok with Surtur and all of that.
Oh, okay.
You know how I don't even know what the fuck he is. A lava giant.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he destroys Asgard, and you got them, and then you got the frost giant. So you fight
Like the Titans.
yeah. So you fighting Surtur. They basically giants though. Like that's they main like they base race or whatever. But they got lava ones, and then they got the frost giants, which is the ones that you see in the Thor movie. So you fighting them, and you could take their abilities and stuff. You could take the frost giant abilities, and you can freeze people, or you can look like them, so you can sneak into their camps and shit like that. And then they got abilities you can take from the little lava giants. I don't know what the fuck they called, so don't get on my ass. All right. You can take their abilities. And everybody who you just killed come back to life and help you kill
Kind of a
everybody else.
necromancer.
Yeah, necromancy.
Mhm.
And then they got a bunch of little thunder abilities. Like it's super fire. They went way crazy. And I've been playing on Series S. Sorry, chat. I have not been streaming for since we stopped doing this for the last little month because my Xbox broke on me. All right. It started turning off when I tried to play games and watch shit. So I had to buy a new one.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, even though it's the Series S, that shit is beautiful. Boy, I don't know what I was playing on, man.
I got a Series S.
Man, I'm looking at it like, boy, I don't even need a new TV. It make my TV look new. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
But like the game's so beautiful. Like they updated it. They updated it real nice, and they brought a whole bunch of new gear and stuff like that. Like you like little dragon gear. They got little weapons that do fire AOE effects and shit like that. And the story, I will go into the story, but the game is very fresh. I don't want to spoil a bunch of people with the little DLC. Basically, it's what happened in Ragnarok, and you know, because Assassin's Creed got real good at keeping lore because it's a history-based game. So you know, it's basically Ragnarok that happened in real Greek mythology, or not Greek, but Norse mythology. So you know, you can assume as to what happened.
Okay.
But it's super fire. It's so much shit to do in there now. I'm not gonna lie.
What you been doing? What you been playing?
You've
been working. I was like, you've been working, and
I haven't really been playing anything. I mean, I've caught up on a lot. Of TV shows. Or anime too. I've watched a lot, like Fire Force. I finally watched it.
Oh, wow.
I did not watch it at first.
I was gonna say
didn't.
when you made that status, I was like, why have you not watched this?
Because I don't like watching. I want something I can watch and binge for a long period of time.
No,
Yes.
people like that.
Yeah, I completely
Yeah,
understand
it's not
that.
enough.
And then I have to wait.
That's 2 days.
Like even Attack on Titan, I was not, like I
I
watched it. Yes. But
no.
it's still, like once I started watching it, I was like, "Fuck!" Now I gotta wait a year,
Mhm.
and now it's like fucking 3 years later, and I'm still waiting.
I guess I get that. Like
fuck.
certain shows for sure. I definitely get what you're saying. I
But,
guess with Attack on Titan, I was just always.
Yeah, I had to watch Attack on Titan.
There's
I'm
certain
definitely
animes where
thinking
you
that
have
was
to
the
watch
last
in real time. There's certain animes where you can wait. Attack on
Yeah.
Titan was one of the ones where I could wait.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, no, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I
feel you.
catch.
I'm gonna
Demon
watch that
Slayer,
shit
Boruto.
every-
I keep
yeah.
up with that.
Of course,
Yashahime.
Boruto.
Yashahime. The
You
last.
still watch
Right,
that?
the last.
That's
one
his shit.
is good.
That's his
I like
shit, y'all.
it.
Hey,
I
That's
like
his
it.
shit.
I like the last
I
season.
seen it.
We gotta have people that got their own shit.
It popped up on my VRV, and like I wanted to click on it because they had Inuyasha in it.
Yes, and they're back. They're back. They're back. Spoiler alert.
What?
So I
Yeah,
kind of want to watch it because I seen
and
Inuyasha.
You kind of figure out that Shishomaru is not such a dick. He's a dick. But he's
Shishomaru-
not-
Oh, they just
He
they
love who
Sasuke
he
him.
love. That's
They
and that's
Sasuke
it.
him.
he's a dick.
He love who he
Such a
love,
dick.
and that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell, like
Uh,
you it's put together where you realize like he still is doing his own way, the way he been doing it. He's just not thirsty for Tenseiga anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not asking that nigga for the Tenseiga. every
that's
fucking
why he
episode.
like, "Oh, fuck that damn sword."
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Marvel shit. I'm so Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Moon Knight's so good. It's only
fuck
2
with
episodes in. I
Oh,
like
it's 3
it.
episodes, gang.
Yeah.
Wait, I only seen 2.
They
I
come out
looked this
every
morning.
Wednesday. You
I looked this
behind.
morning.
They come out every Wednesday.
I looked this
It's 3.
morning.
It's 3
It should be
episodes.
3.
I gotta refresh my Disney
2
Plus. I
or
guess
3. Yeah, I think
There's
it's
out this.
3.
God damn
It's
it!
only 2.
It's only 2. Fuck
Only
y'all.
2.
I just watched
only
the
2.
last 2.
No, never mind. I'm
Some
sorry.
of
I'm
some
thinking
3.
of Halo.
Like
I
he
watched it
watched
at the
it.
same time.
He ain't
I'm
watching.
thinking of Halo. That's what I've been watching.
No, it's
But
only
yeah,
2
just-
episodes.
just
Master
that.
Chief.
Marvel
Paramount
shit.
Plus.
I've been watching some side shows too. I can't really. This is such an odd topic, but I can't remember what's coming out or what's been out.
Have you watched?
Young Justice Phantoms.
Oh,
I mean, I've
Yes.
been watching that.
Yes,
lately.
that's so
Young
good.
Justice
Yeah.
Phantom.
Yeah. So
You
Young
watched it
Justice
too,
came
right?
back out. It's another
I'm
season.
still.
I was
I'm
watching
still on like
season
season 1.
I was
Season
watching
4.
Season
No.
4.
I'm
watching
That's the
One
one
Piece.
where,
You gotta get to 4.
I
4
know.
is different. 4 is
Superboy?
so different.
Everybody been saying
supposedly
so.
died.
Season 4
Yes.
is good.
And now he
great.
did some spiritual
It's a good
shit.
segment.
I thought that was the last episode.
No,
When-
no.
when
There's
he
been
did the
like there
little-
was 3 more episodes focused on Zatanna and Dr. Fate,
Mhm.
and then after
that was when they was fighting chaos. That chaos.
yes,
right,
but
with the
then
blonde
now
hair.
this current start. So the next one is about basically Atlantis and Poseidonus.
and magic and stuff. And oh
Yeah,
shit, my
but
seat's
yeah.
going down. I don't know.
It's been pretty decent.
Definitely
Shit,
dig.
Louis.
went down.
Louis, what
Come
you
on,
been
man.
watching? What you been playing? What you been reading?
Well, I've been playing Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes!
That one.
Okay.
Yeah. Been really enjoying that game. I've been still stuck on Guilty Gear Strive because I'm a 2D planner.
Gear.
Yeah, so I'm obsessed with that game. And like just watching like the story mode alone, I thought it was part of like the main gameplay, but it's like a whole ass anime movie. So you could just sit
okay.
back and watch the story mode play out and everything. And I haven't finished that, but it's actually a really, really riveting story if you haven't gotten into it.
I have a question.
You know,
So like,
as I'm watching, Rise of the Shield Hero came back.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
it came back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back already. Yeah, the first episode already came out.
Mhm.
Oh, I gotta go because that was my.
I gotta go.
I
Right now.
gotta go.
And like it's pretty much where they just left off. You know, there was no big recap or anything, so they just go right into it. So yeah,
That's even
if you forgot what happened, you might want to like watch some old episodes just to remember because they just go right into it. You know, so
I fuck
Yeah.
with Shield Hero. Like I like the little tragedy, little shit.
mhm.
I haven't. I started like the first episode, first two
Okay.
episodes. I didn't follow through.
You
I
should
think at the
finish
time
that.
I was like watching too many. Like, and even now, like I'm not watching any. But the main one that has my attention is One Piece. Like
Not gonna lie.
One Piece has
Yep.
all my attention.
I'm caught up on the manga.
We
Part
started
one.
at
Yeah.
the same time, and I'm still only on like episode 20 something.
Really, I am on. It's like 868 or something.
Oh
like that.
wow, yeah, you're getting there.
But and by the way, fuck Big Mom. I'm so sick of that bitch.
Hey,
No, you say that, but like with the newest arc, what happens to Big Mom? I think your feelings are gonna be justified and you're gonna be
talking
happy
about
with
in the
it.
manga or in the anime?
In the manga. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Manga.
Hey, so
Yeah.
you caught up with the last chapter?
Yep. I am.
1043? Hey,
Yep. Yeah.
we happy, gang.
It's getting pretty intense, and it's going to Oda's going all out,
He's
not
going
holding
crazy.
any punches, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
You need to watch Shield Hero.
I know I'm gonna watch
You-
that after I get done.
you
with One
gon'
Piece for
like
sure.
that.
Have you heard
'Cause
about
it's
the
story,
rumors
too.
about Hunter x Hunter?
I don't believe them.
I don't know.
I don't believe them. I've seen them. They keep like trying to bring this like rumor every once in a while, every
Let
blue
me-
moon.
I got a rumor that's low key confirmed.
What?
My favorite manhwa. It's not a manga. It's a manhwa. Shout out to
Manhwa?
my Koreans. You feel me?
It's about solo leveling.
Yes. Solo
Um,
Leveling is getting the anime adaptation. They game
Nice.
coming out next year.
Yeah,
You feel me?
they actually been building some pretty good buzz. I'm excited for them and Chainsaw Man too.
Man,
Yes,
Solo Leveling
Chainsaw
is a
Man.
bang.
My nieces have been telling me about the manga. They're like,
Oh,
"Have you watched it, Uncle Denzel?" I'm like, "No,
the
I'm
manga-
like, it's
the
not out yet."
manga-
She's like, "Well, I'm talking about the manga." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I haven't watched it yet."
If you've seen the trailer for it, well, I'm gonna just say this and then we're gonna actually end out the whole episode. But if you've seen the trailer that they already put out for Chainsaw Man, and
Yeah.
because they've literally made me want to read it, it's going to be. Have you ever watched Blood Battle Blockade?
Yep.
You heard that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's going to be along the lines of that, as far as like you seen the action in that.
Uh-huh.
Ridiculous. Like it's going to be along the lines.
it
of
go
that.
from 0 to 100
It
real
does.
quick,
And Chainsaw
real
Man,
quick.
Like,
then.
the story
Yeah.
is good. The story is really good, and they completed like an arc, but they just stopped. So I don't know if they're just like
Are we just gonna get
building-
one season?
even in the
Don't do
manga,
that to
like
me.
they just stopped. Like I haven't read any.
Nah,
manga.
they still gonna.
But they're gonna
they still
I know
gonna
they're gonna
continue.
continue it. They
I did the
just
same thing.
building that up to like they're building up the anticipation because they already know what they.
You know,
what
they
they're
on
gonna be.
they really the only reason why they stopped is because they went on a break with the manga because
the show about to get ready to come out. They about to promote it.
When does Bleach
set
come
that shit
out?
up.
October this
October 10th,
October the 13th. I
something
think.
like that.
I think it's like October the
Did you
13th.
see? Did you see? I'm surprised you didn't talk about Jujutsu Kaisen the movie. Like, did you see?
We will. We will talk about the next
that
episode. We will.
Yeah,
We will.
We're gonna
So
talk
with that-
about slime too. Is that movie coming out crazy?
What about My Hero? Did any of you see the last movie that came out? World was it World? No.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
see
was
the
fan
last movie.
service to
I didn't see
me.
the last movie.
Like it was good. Like the fights were good and everything. It was just fan service. But I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen was fan service too when I looked at it. Just based
I mean,
on
they're
they're
love
trying to milk
story.
it.
Wait, you
They're
talking
trying
about
to
the
milk
Zero
it.
movie?
It was a
Yeah,
love
the
story.
one that came out.
but because
No.
in my when I say fan
Wait, so
service,
you
I
seen
think
it already?
we'll
We will talk.
We
We
gotta
gotta end the show.
We gotta end the show out. We gotta end the show out. But thank y'all for tuning in
Peace.
to season 4, episode 1.
Thank you, Louis, for being here with us.
Thank
for
you.
having me.
so
It was
much.
a pleasure.
I know we probably was like talking so much we didn't really get to say too much.
It's all good.
But we appreciate your opinion for everything it was on this episode, and I can't wait to have you on again. And I believe that's it. Anybody else got anything to say they want to put out before we go?
Hey,
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
We're not about to do this.
Everything. I gotta see
yeah,
that.
we gotta see
Yeah,
that.
I gotta see that.
We're not about to do this Can Man thing. So
Morbius was fire, but it's your boy.
I'll watch it. We gotta wait till next episode.
Yeah,
Next episode, spoilers for Morbius, and also the thing we just talked about. What was it?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes.
Yes.
We will have spoilers
We'll
about
do
that
more.
next episode.
We'll do more catching up on the next episode, but until then, we are out. Peace.
Your luck could run out.